Don't make me wait in vain. This is a song by a Brit and a Jamaican, and I don't sound like either of them, so I'm just gonna do it my own way, alright? So here we go. What? Don't make me wait. Don't make me wait too long. Too long. Too long. Don't make me wait. Don't make me wait too long. Too long. Too long. What? It didn't take me long to fall in love with your mind. I won't even mention how your body is perfectly designed, so fine. And judging from your outlook on life, I knew this would be more than just one night. But now I'm ready for the next level, and you're telling me you need more time. No crime, nothing wrong with waiting a little bit. You know there is more to this than just hating it. But you only get a love like this once in a lifetime. This is our chance, I am missing it. My whole life I never felt like this. Just wanna roll with it, I don't wanna fight this. I ain't rushing you to make up your mind. Just wanna put some more quality in our time. Don't make me wait. Don't make me wait too long. Too long. Too long. Don't make me wait. Don't make me wait too long. Too long. Too long. I don't want you to think that I'm rushing you. I know you like to take your time. I'm already sold beyond the idea of you and I. Could you tell me where I need to sign? 'Cause I've been searching for a while, girl, and I know what works for me. All I need to know is if this is what you want, girl. 'Cause I'm already where I need to be. So don't make me wait. Don't make me wait. Don't make me wait too long. Too long. Too long. Don't make me wait. Don't make me wait too long. Too long. Too long. You don't wanna rush and I don't wanna take my time. I'm putting everything on the line. They say that true love's hard to find. I'm ready now to make you mine. Don't make me wait, baby, now. Baby, now don't make me wait. I'm loving you. Don't make me wait, baby, now. Baby, now don't make me wait. I'm loving you. Don't make me wait. Don't make me wait too long. Too long. Too long. Don't make me wait. Don't make me wait too long. Too long. Too long. Why draw you down? Like a circle and soul with the moonrise high. Like the earth to a fault on a starlight night. To the newness I call elders ISIS. I've been let me slide. The fire's light, morality's a fallacy, no wrong or right. Etched in fire is divine design. All the heavens align this night. Will make or break the final fate or reckon wreck your mind. Leave the shell behind. Surrender and embrace it. Take it, break it off and send it to its waiting coffin. No fear, now we are the same. The bump the night when the first shine rays. Now it's going to feel a bit strange, it's true, but you just might see a little change in you. Changes, and I'm opening wide. Split to the middle when the daylight dies. Crack to the knuckle down and buckle the bone. Written blood and cut into stone. Now something nameless is growing inside. Raced out the barrel by midnight side. Desecrated, recreated, never atone. Severing the seed is sown. I feel it. a strangeness beneath my hide, squirming and burning in the moonlight's eyes. Snap, then I ambulate, fresh flesh animate, awaken to a world unknown, and the pulse it raises. No, it's not painless, all of these changes in me. Why call you power? The cardinals heed me, see me, slip through the mist, and you coalesce, breathe me, slick down the wrist, and you enter, beat me. I'm the vessel on the fire and ice, I'll cut you down to the quick and make it so my device. Strike 12, cut in 2, and we're counting it thrice, so get ready, cause it comes at a price. You're gonna do more than bleed. The end is here, but there's another story to read. Shut it, only got it, there's a mouth to feed, and it's mine. So lie down, die now, don't you cry now. Time is nigh now, soon you'll rise, but you better beware, because when you do, you just might see a little change in you. Changes, and I hear them cry. Great serenade when I close my eyes. Racked by the double in the choir and zone. Swing to the dark wing drone. Now something faceless will haunt this ride. Looming in the gloom on the fringe of sight. Emanating, resonating, him in the wake. Howling will the pack this fake. I feel weightless. Tether untied, soaring in the air on a nighttime ride. Wrapped as I elevate, sweet dreams immolate. Render me forever alone, and the fire it rages. No, it's not painless, all of these changes in me. Feed me, bleed me, wield me, seal this creed in. It could now bleed me, stamp it in crimson, hollow out, raid me. Are the ones forever bound in the gloom. Breaks don't shatter and unseal the tomb. This fleshly toy be committed to the void. We created, duly faded, now in energy control I don't rise. Full circle and hope, I'll knock the bones as your nerves are soul. Forget about mortality and never mind normality. Vitality, brutality, become your new mentality. Breathe the coil, leave and leave it in tune. Throw out the old gold, now you deal in doom. Open your eyes and know when you do, you just might see a little change in you. Changes, and I'm opening wide. Split to the marrow when the daylight dies. Crack to the knuckle down and buckle the bone. Written blood and cut into stone. Now something nameless is growing inside. Raised out the barrel by midnight side. Desecrated, recreated, never atone. Sever in the seed is sown. I feel a strangeness beneath my hide. Squirming and burning in the moonlight's eyes. Snap and I ambulate. Fresh flesh animate. Awaken to a world unknown. And the pulse it raises. No, it's not painless, all of these changes in me. Changes.
Oh man.
Look at that. What is that I see in the distance? Is that
Is that Chet? Could that be Chet? I think it is.
It's our best friend, Chat.
Hey, Chet, how you doing? Oh, and as usual,
Hey
our
chat,
first
don't forget
person.
to like and share the stream, and as Chuko mentioned, if you want to support the stream, there are links in the description below.
There
You
sure
know-
are.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Did Lulu change her voice?
Oh, that's right, you weren't here.
Yeah.
You know.
Welcome to the iLadies show.
All right. Nacho,
Yes,
Captain
thank you,
Dirk.
guys.
Like when you first started doing it, I thought you were like doing me a favor, but now I think this is evolved into like some weird display of like dominance. You know, you're like I'm
you're
gonna
paying for
say
it, though.
everything Katsu has to say before she actually says it, just so I can be like, aha, I did it before you.
Yes.
Check this out. People are giving me free money for doing nothing on a Saturday, and I still figured out a way to be mad at them.
Yeah, that's how
I
it is.
consider it an achievement. Anyway, how you doing, Chad?
What's going on with you guys? We've got a lobster up in this bitch as
Yeah.
well. And yeah, about Lulu, Katsu, I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
well, we got rid of Lulu.
Oh,
Lulu
well.
was she was a lazy bitch. So now we've got Hildy. She's doing the donation reads for us going forward from here, and turns out she's got an Australian accent. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? I mean, all those orcs probably, fucked her throat up real good.
Sure, is that how it works? Then I must have so many accents.
Anyway, welcome all to the fucking iLadies show. It is, of course, I, your waifu for life, Tonkatsu Sinclair. With me, as always, my lovely co-host, Dashie Li. How you doing, Dashie?
Doing good.
Giving a little hug and a kiss to the audience. And with us today, our most frequent co-collaborator and unofficial third co-host of the show, the Lobster Mobster, Fatman Fallen. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. Tired, but good.
Yeah, you were saying you were streaming earlier today, so this is your second
Yeah.
stream of the day, right?
This is my second stream of the day. First one lasted 6 hours. And hey, guess what? I'm gonna be streaming every day until I beat the Elden Ring DLC.
Oh yeah, okay.
So yeah, if anybody wants to like go follow my channel, I'll be streaming like a lot.
Okay. There you go.
Oh,
You
all right.
know, the low energy, the chill streams, but you can still bring some chaos to them if you want.
We gotta put a link. Well, I say we. I gotta put a link to your channel in the description. So
In the
send that to me so I can do that real quick.
okie doke. I can make it happen.
What's going on? Use chats. Use guys chats. Use chats as guys.
My hands are working extra well today. I don't know why. But look at that.
Oh,
Look at that dexterity.
that dexterity.
Dexterity's nuts.
Dexterity's nuts. Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
DiGiorno.
All right. There's a
Red Baron Pizza Hut.
red bear.
These nuts. Yeah.
Dude, that's the next evolution of that meme. That's gonna be the next evolution
Yeah, I
of that
know.
meme. Someone makes a pun and you just say Red Baron and nobody
Red
has
Baron.
any idea what you're talking about.
Elios. Yeah. Look at that over here. Cyber Game Man, been a member for 5 months, saying, "Won't you save me, Tonkatsu Sinclair? What do you need saving for?"
Yeah, before I commit to that, I have a few questions. What am I saving you from and why? Because if
Well,
you
no, she's a goddess. You know, she's got powers, but she needs clarification.
Because, I'm happy to save any of my audience members if they need it. I am basically a superhero, if you think about it.
Absolutely.
With my unnaturally gifted intellect and my extreme physical powers. But, I gotta know what you did and why first, because I don't... if you deserve to be saved, then of course I'll save you. But if you did like something weird,
Financial
I don't know.
problems. That's what he said. Financial.
Financial problems. I can't help you with that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of those
You're barking
myself.
up the wrong tree.
You're fucked. You're fucked.
Yeah, sorry to tell you, but you screwed.
I mean, some financial problems are, rob a bank, but don't.
Do that? No.
You know what that makes me think of? We were talking about The Boys before the stream. I'm not going to say anything from the new season. This is from previous seasons. Remember that episode where that chick's about to jump off the roof of that really high building, and then Homelander shows up, and he's just like, "Yeah, you should jump. Just go for it."
Just do it.
And she's like, "No, I don't think I want to do it anymore." He's like, "I'm not asking, bitch." That guy is. I don't know how to say it. Like, Homelander is one of the best characters I've ever seen in the media.
An amazing villain.
Because like, you hate him so much because he's such an awful person. He's just he's a deplorable human being, but at the same time, like, he was tortured and tormented for his entire life growing up, so you can't help but feel a little bad for him, and it creates this internal conflict. Don't interrupt me.
Plap, plap, plap. Take my money, you freaking beautiful peach beach. Plap, plap, plap. Take my huge wad of $5.
That's how you interrupt.
Stop
That's
it.
how you do.
Thank you, Comita, the prep cook, but stop plapping while I'm trying to explain some shit, all right? I was just having like a brilliant thought, and now I forgot what it was.
Homelander and what kind of a character he was.
Yeah, the moment's passed.
See, I love that when we hate him, we love to hate him so much, and we know why. God, that's beautiful. I know they did a versus thing. I don't remember what the channel is, but who would win, Homelander or fucking Nolan? Who do you think would win?
Omni-Man would win. No question.
Yeah.
The guy can wipe out an entire civilization in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Homelander's strong, but like he's not Omni-Man. Like, yeah, that's just...
Also, one thing we know from the show canon, from the Boys show canon, is that Homelander cannot generate his own leverage, right? Because when he and Maeve are supposed to save that plane full of people, and they ended up fucking up the controls, and she's like, "All right, we'll just lift the plane up and carry it somewhere safe," and he's like, "I can't. I don't have anything to push off of. It's just air." Right?
That's right.
Omni-Man can generate his own leverage. So he can punch you like he was jumping off a rock wall. Homelander can't do that. It would be a no fucking contest fight.
Yeah.
Also, thank you very much to Sonic's Girl 13. How you doing?
Oh, wait.
You've been showing up for like every stream lately. We really appreciate having you here. Sonic's Girl says, "Hiya, ladies. You help people laugh and bring them out from drowning in despair, including me. Here's a bit extra. Probably shouldn't, but hey, more for you." Well, first of all, thank you so much. Don't worry, we're drowning in despair over here as well. We just fake it for a couple hours every Saturday. We just pretend we're not. So I understand exactly where you're coming from, and if it's much appreciated, but if you shouldn't, then don't do it. I mean, we're glad that you did, but spend your money on yourself first. You know what I mean?
We're definitely. I'm always drowning in despair nuts. Okay.
Hey.
He was waiting this whole time to say it, and it just
despair nuts on your face.
It just fell on my face. No, thank you so much.
Everybody,
Yeah,
a round of
see you,
applause.
Onyx Girl.
A round of applause for Dashie Li
Oh, fuck off.
for finding
All
that one. Oh, what? You're always telling me that I should be nice to you, and then when I
was that
finally am
nice?
nice to you, you
Okay,
get mad
Kat.
about it.
All right. Here. I didn't. That was so very nice. Should I
This
come
is
over
an
here and hug you for
abusive
thanking you?
relationship.
Should I thank you? Like
No,
proper way?
the moment's
No,
passed.
no. Punch me away. 1, 2, 3.
Get out.
That's how we do. That's how the doing is.
Yeah, no, thank me by coming over here and physically harassing me.
Oh, okay. Cool.
No, that was sarcasm. Don't do it.
What? Oh, what? No. What is sarcasm?
It's like orgasm, but with like 3 different letters at the beginning.
Oh, with SARS. Okay.
Thank you, Prep Cook Demon. Who is the same person, I assume, as Komita, the Prep Cook Demon, unless you just happen to have almost the exact same username. But take my 14 months, plap plap plap. Yeah, how do I even pronounce that? Is that it?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say with that, but I tried to reproduce it as faithfully as I could. And love y'all. Yeah, you're all right too. Don't get too full of yourself.
You're very loved, for real.
And then thank you to Nacho, who just gifted us 5 memberships. Listen, if you got a free membership from Nacho, please remember to say thank you to him. He's a Mexican, so he doesn't hear that very often. Most people just expect him to do work.
He doesn't?
Just really don't say anything.
Does he hear gracias instead, or maybe Garcia?
No, I just mean, he's like he's mowing someone's lawn all day.
Yeah.
And at the end, they're like, all right, here's your $5 an hour. And they don't even say thanks.
I see. This is true, not Nachito.
For Tonkatsu Sinclair.
The thought claps back. That's quite a username. Tonk is perfect the way she is. A perceptive, irate hussy. A hussy? How the fuck am I a hussy? I'll address that in a minute. By the way, shit, it went away before I could finish it. By the way, Dashie is a divine hussy.
Is that you, Bellum? Bellum loves that word.
So what?
A divine
we're both
hussy?
But only she's divine. Is that what I am to?
Who are you? I didn't hear what
to take
what
from this. This person just called you a divine hussy.
It was Bellum. See, that's his way of saying beautiful women.
But what am I? I mean, look, I'm pretty sure I mess up everybody's speech.
You're a beautiful lobster.
Oh.
Yeah. Shiny, crusty.
That reminds me of another episode of The Boys, where what's his name, Aquaman ripoff, is in the grocery store, and he's like talking to the lobster, and he's like, "Don't worry, man, I'll get you out of here." he's like, hey, can I have this lobster? And the guy's like, sure. And he takes it out of the fucking tank and just cleavers it. Just whack.
I'll never forget that scene. It was a a moment.
Sad.
I know like the Deep is an irredeemable piece of shit, but I feel so bad for him all the time. He just can't win.
He's just fucking.
Yeah, that's why I love that show, is because you have all these just reprehensible characters, and somehow it makes you feel sorry for them.
Listen for Tonkatsu Sinclair.
Hell, sometimes a beer, Coca-Cola, and or some food is good to get me to mow your lawn.
Hey,
that's right.
There you go.
So you don't need a thank you? Is that what you're saying, Nachito? You just need those things?
My mom would do that when I was a kid. When she hired like Mexicans to do the yard work and stuff. She would like bring them cokes or food or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They liked it.
They like that, yeah. They like that. I don't know why that was so fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious because casual racism is funny, and anyone who says it isn't is lying.
They like that. No, it's just they like that, and then stays there.
All right, let's see. This is interesting. The Cheater says the Boys TV show is the only reason anyone there is sympathetic. The comic is pure gore. See, I ain't read the comic. I only know about it tangentially. I know that it fucking exists, but I only know that it exists because I watched the show.
For Tonkatsu Sinclair.
Same.
Clumsy hand job champion. Whoa, that's quite a title you're giving yourself. Fat Man is a sublime man hussy with quite the glossy carapace. Oh, he's complimenting your carapace.
God, take me to dinner first.
Nice.
That's true.
Get that waxed.
Yeah, every day.
Every day.
I think that's excessive though. Like, people have been worried
About you waxing it every day.
Yeah, they're like, that's a lot of wags.
Don't use candles then.
Mind your business. All right.
Okay.
Don't kink shame.
Just
Don't kink
help,
shame.
You know? I'm a waxing queen. But...
Yeah, I got that wax.
DJ Ouija says A-Train dies in the comic. This is why I like the comic. Well, I mean,
come on.
I don't care about spoilers. I'm never gonna read the comic. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess he deserves it. Most of the characters in that show deserve to die.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
Right,
No, we're not talking about the new.
If you're talking about comics, guys, like this is.
Oh,
what
you
wait.
You don't. You don't want no. You don't want no. Dash. Well, I mean, we're not reacting to the comics.
Oh,
All right.
That'll be a thing.
I'm just gonna make a request. Even if it's just something from the comic, no more spoilers in chat, please, guys, because it might be something that comes up in the show eventually, and we don't want to spoil it for the people who like do reaction videos. Yeah. That's not me, but that's you guys.
I like to talk about Mexicans and how they like that. That's they
liked it.
They like that, and she stays staring at the camera.
When I said that, I honestly, it really wasn't even.
I know, that's why
a racial
it's funny.
thing. It's just like who doesn't like a cold soda? When they're doing some hard work.
It was your face, your beautiful face that did it. Like they like that.
It was so wholesome.
Thank you to Grandicorn91 for becoming a channel member. We very much appreciate that.
There you go.
That money goes towards feeding me.
You didn't know what you were gonna say.
Katsu is wasting away over there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was gonna say that money goes towards feeding starving children in Africa or something like that, but it actually doesn't. I just keep all of it and use it to buy food.
Yeah. But honesty won in the end. You're making Katsu a better waifu.
Right, exactly.
Unless you like dishonest waifus, then you're making her markedly worse. But
yeah, who wants a wife
more moral
who lies?
At
At least we're honest about what we're gonna do with your money.
As a Hispanic yard work unlocks the deeply buried feelings of conquering the land and developing civilization for the sun god. Is just perfect. And a cold cola on a hot day rocks.
The sun god?
Yeah, there you go.
So
you heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Everybody loves a nice cold soda. When they're outside working all day, you're hot, you're out of calories. Need a nice ice cold. Fucking Coca-Cola should be like paying me money for this amazing ad that I'm doing for them right now.
We do make things like delicious, or at least sound delicious, especially when we order and we're like, "Oh, this thing."
Oh yeah.
Ooh, Dave's hot chicken, schlorp.
Oh, take Dave out to dinner first.
Eh. Let's see here.
So who else is incredibly stoned right now?
I'm getting there.
Good question, chat. I'm not,
close.
but I'm tired. So that's like next best thing.
Come on, step it up, step your game up. I need you guys to be as stoned as I am.
Sure. All right. Let's get the fucking pickle babe. Salud.
Hey, so
For Tonkatsu
here
Sinclair.
he goes, interrupting me again.
Remember, chat, if you too want to be financially irresponsible and help feed a starving waifu, you can use the link to their stream elements and your dono of 5 or nor will be read.
It is true. It is true. If you go to the link in the description, the stream elements link, and you want the text-to-speech read live on stream, anything above $5, you get to interrupt us.
Yeah, and get the piss Katsu off a lot. That's always fun. You know you love it.
Oh
We're here
yeah,
for it.
I forgot to put Fat Man's link in the.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Jacob, we're not on your level. I don't think anybody can be on Katsu's level right now. I think she's pretty stoned. Not super stoned, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm on quite a level at the moment. I'm gonna level with you.
Tiki says pissing Katsu off is a good pastime, I hear. Yes, it's up there with like watching ping pong or paint dry. Same thing.
One or the other.
¿Por qué no las dos? Sí. Oh, are you gonna have to work in the morning, so you're leaving soon, Jacob? Well, I don't think I've seen your name.
For Tonkatsu Sinclair.
Captain Derp says, can't get high today. My Genkin isn't ready. What's a Genkin? Should I know that?
I think I know what that is. You're not missing much by not knowing what that is.
All right.
Jenkum is a supposed drug. I do not know if this shit is real. This shit, quite literally, is real, or if it's just a meme. But it's a drug that is supposedly made by fermenting human feces.
Oh, what?
And then like huffing it.
Oh, what? Oh, like you smoke that shit? Like you?
No,
you just huff it.
Yeah, I think you. I mean, I don't know, because believe it or not, I've never attempted anything like this. I'm not that desperate to get high, but what I've heard is, it is like fermented human feces that you put in a bag, and then you huff it like paint, or or that
weird.
That duster stuff. What do you call it?
Like air in a can.
Yeah, like the aerosol duster that you clean anime figures off with. You can. It's kind of like that. You huff it, and supposedly you get high.
Yeah, but at least the canned air makes sense. Like why it gets you high.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Jenkum is a real thing or not.
Oh, and chat seem to know what it is. So yeah.
I put the link to Fat Man's channel in the description, so please, guys, go subscribe to him.
You're a doll, Katz. You're a doll.
Yeah, of course I am. Everybody knows it.
You're an anime figure waifu.
SNNIFFFF. Ah, it stinks.
Wow.
Sounds lovely. Thank you for making Hildy do that. I'm sure she very much appreciated that. All right, time to hit the pickle vape here.
Yes. Cheers. I wonder what kind of shit you need to eat for it to actually be some sort of drug. I don't know.
We'll never know, or at least I'll never know.
Good. Yeah. pickle vape is a thing? Question mark. DJ Ouija, have you not been around here? Are you new too? I don't think so, right?
Yeah, the pickle vape's been around forever. It's like it's a staple of the show. It's practically like a fourth co-host.
Yes, yeah. I'm glad I get fifth billing right behind
Yes.
behind Hildy.
All right, and you'll be happy with it. All right. God.
I am happy with it. God.
No, I
like,
was.
What's on me? What's on me?
When I said that, I was thinking of you as our third co-host, and the pickle vape was number 4. Why do you gotta assume the worst of me, fat man? Why do you gotta assume the worst of me?
Oh no, I just assumed that that you would show Hildy a little respect.
No, she doesn't deserve respect.
It's true. But I didn't think you would be the one to say it.
She's a hentai.
I mean, look, I'm riding on her head.
She loves being disrespected.
It's kink shaming is my kink though. So yeah, she's getting off right now.
I've never gotten that whole kink kink shaming thing. Like why that's supposed to be bad. I think you should shame people for being weird. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with being weird. By the way, if you want to do it, but you should be prepared to accept the requisite level of shame in order for you to be that weird.
Yeah, as a a gentleman scholar once said that shame is the currency in the economy of degeneracy.
Yeah, whoever said that was fucking brilliant.
Some fucking nerd, probably.
Oh, hold on. Just hitting the pickle vape again. For anyone who's new around here, I need like a constant stream of nicotine going into my body in order to not kill myself. So that's why I have
marijuana in it. Very light doses.
Yeah, no, this doesn't have any. Jesus Christ, this doesn't have any THC in it. This is nicotine. I took my edibles right before the stream, and they are actually just now kicking in.
Nice.
I don't know if anyone else is high, but yeah, feels pretty good. Not gonna lie. I feel pretty awesome right now.
Yeah, Pat says at least you're not smoking catnip. Yeah, no, she smoked it. And
oh yeah, one of the most shameful chapters of my entire life.
I can't remember. Did you throw up?
No, let me see. I don't know if I threw up. I think whether or not I threw up is a thing that changes every time I tell that story. I don't know if it ever actually happened. But yeah, I did smoke catnip once. Because I used to smoke weed with my cat, right? When I was a kid. And so I'd be, in the backyard, wait for the parents to go to sleep. I was in high school. Wait for the parents to go to sleep, sneak out in the backyard and smoke some weed. And my cat would always join me because he loved getting high as well. The fucking cat absolutely loved weed. And so one night, I was getting high with my cat, and I was out of marijuana. And every time me and my cat would get high together, as soon as he would get his fix, won't pick me. I'm telling a story, and I'm not going to remember
made what Dashie said into marriage wiener.
Marriage wiener, yeah, marijuana, marijuana, marriage wiener, wiener marriage.
Not all wieners need to be marriage wieners. In fact, they haven't been in a long time.
Yeah.
But go ahead. You smoked with your cat.
Yeah, I was getting high with my cat, and I was out of weed. And every time I would get him high, the first place he would go was the catnip bush, because there was a bunch of catnip bushes in the backyard, and there was a particularly big one. There was a large bush. And
large bush.
Large bush?
He would go,
like 70s large or like?
Yeah, no, we're talking to like no holds barred, fucking 1970s sticking out from behind the bikini style bush. big cat in the
pussy
bush, and
ranch
he would go lie in there and, you know, just be fucked up and enjoy it. And I was like, you know, I wonder, I mean, like, the weed gets me high and it gets him high. So, like, the catnip gets him high, so why wouldn't it get me high, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I picked some catnip, but the problem is it was too wet. It was too wet to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was like a plant. It's growing. It has water in it. You try to like put it in a pipe and smoke it. It's impossible. So it's like, all right, well, I gotta figure out a way to dry it out. You know what I mean? So I put it in the microwave.
Oh,
I put the catnip, not the cat.
No, I
did not put the cat in the microwave. Jesus Christ. I snorted. Oh my God, did you hear that?
Oh, no.
Did you hear that?
Damn it.
Oh,
Damn
man.
it. One Tonkatsu. God. Discord really doesn't
That's so disappointing. That was like the best snort I've done in years. I've done in years.
Man.
So yeah, I put the catnip in the microwave and, you know, put it on at like 50% for a minute. I was like, that's roughly what it takes to cook one of these steak, egg, and cheese Costco McMuffin things.
Yeah.
So catnip, probably the same. And then I rolled it in a joint and I smoked it. And let me tell you, it definitely did not get me high. But it made me feel things. It made me feel very unpleasant things.
Humans and cats don't have the same
Are you gonna tell us something that's obvious? Thanks. Thanks.
That's why humans use toilets and cats use little boxes.
I've heard that catnip actually makes cats horny.
Horny. I've never heard that.
I don't know.
I mean, and it makes sense because one time I saw my cat lying in the catnip bush and he had like a big old boner.
So you saw the cat peen?
Yeah, you ever seen a cat penis? It's kind of wild.
They're like spiky. They're
No,
barbed.
I don't know. It was just kind of like pink, and the bottom was hairy. His Willis was just like hanging all the way out, and I was like, all right, you know, I'll just go over
like,
there.
okay,
you do whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
You're a cat. You know, you don't have your own room that you can go to do this stuff. So I'm just gonna like
right
ignore it.
Eyes, looking right at you and remember. Yeah. You should try this catnip. You're up.
Imagine being a cat and you can't wank off.
Oh, no, you would get it stuck because it's barbed, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You bite yourself.
It's been. That was the only time I have ever seen a cat penis, and it's been over 20 years. So honestly, I don't really have like a very crystal clear recollection of what it was. But yeah, I mean, you
like
know,
a weird little
imagine being
skinny jelly bean. That's what Pat M said.
Imagine being a cat and you got paws and they're all like furry and you don't really have like you don't have opposable thumbs, for Christ's sake. Like, how are you supposed to jerk off?
Just flat. In my hand. Just.
Ronan Andres says, never in my life have I ever seen that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could have gone without it. It's not like something I needed to see. But, yeah. Every once in a while, you see a cat penis.
Yes, Pygmy. She licked it, okay? Are you happy?
Oh, jeez. You people are sick.
Gross.
You're sick in the head. You're mentally ill. Get out of here. Sad Flan says my cat used to blow himself.
Yeah, they just got their leg up the whole time, just bobbing their head. I see.
What?
Right?
Is
That's
that a
what we
real
do.
thing?
They can reach. Oh, that'll hurt though, because their tongues are all spiky too. Like, ooh.
Yeah, that just seems like a bad deal on everybody's end.
Jesus Christ! I don't know. Okay, are you guys fucking with me? Do cats actually like suck their own dicks?
Well, they lick it.
I mean, I
Like,
think
I've
every
seen them
animal does in some way or another. Like, I mean, humans aren't the only ones who masturbate.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, but
Like, yeah, it's like, I mean, yeah. If you don't have opposable thumbs, you gotta adapt, improvise, overcome.
I guess
Literally.
So. I guess so. Pat M says, and their tongues are barbed to help clean the fur. The tongue barbs are actually a form of fingernail-like substance. Yeah, I'm learning more than I need to know about cats today.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't need any of this.
The spikes on a cat tongue are for shredding meat, says Larry.
Yeah,
All right.
they're yeah.
They have combs for tongues.
They have a lot of functionality.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what you got to do when you don't have opposable thumbs. Just gotta develop a tongue that could do some shit.
You know, as a former gymnast, like, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Nice.
Yeah, I have a friend who did it. He's like, you know, you'd think it's like getting your dick sucked, but it's more like sucking a dick.
I remember you telling me that story, and it made me think about it in a way that I had never considered it before. Because you know, you've got a mouth on your penis, but that mouth is yours. So it's like,
is it gay?
Well, of course it's gay.
Okay, of course.
What else is it gonna be? Oh yeah, that reminds me. The title of the stream. You know, I have a hypothesis because several people actually. I did another Ask Me Anything post on Twitter yesterday or the day before. I don't remember. You know, getting people to ask me questions for the next video because I am an educator, and wait, what the fuck was I saying?
About the post that everybody's asking you a question?
Yeah, everyone's asking me a question.
You're so stoned.
Dude, I'm high as shit.
Yeah, you are.
You're high as giraffe nuts.
But you have a hypothesis.
It's a very high hypothesis.
Please tell me that was the whole joke.
I'm sorry. I snorted again. Did you hear that?
Oh, fuck this. I quit. I like Discord.
This ain't fair.
It doesn't let me enjoy life.
This ain't fair. I've done 2 excellent 9 out of 10 snorts tonight, and you haven't heard either of them.
I should mute and go listen to it right now.
You should. Go on.
No,
it'll be worth it.
But I want to hear about your very high hypothesis.
Oh yeah. So one thing people were asking me about, multiple people, was NTR. You guys are familiar with NTR, Netarare, essentially the Japanese word for cuckolding.
Yeah, I remember you showed me a meme once where it was like top hentai searches by state, and it was like probably like 40 of the states were Yuri.
Yep. And
then some of them were Yaoi, and then California was just big Nita Rare on it. It's like, God.
Yep. Yeah, it's full of cucks. California is full of cucks. Not that we didn't know that already, but it's just nice to get an official confirmation.
Confirmation, yeah.
All right, well, see, so many people have been asking me since I made that post, hey, Katsu, Katsu Sensei, my teacher, what is up with all this Netherare stuff? Why are people so into it? And I have a hypothesis, right? It's just a hypothesis. It's not a theory. It has not been, tested and peer reviewed or anything.
It's not a game theory.
Yeah, exactly. And hold on, I will tell you about that in just a second.
All right. So, snorting is cute. Don't at you, DJ Ouija. Snorting is like another one of our co-hosts, usually done by me, but today it's a Katsu day, which is fun. I gotta wait, of course, to watch the VOD, but.
Did you see that bend and snap right there? That was crazy.
No, I was reading the thing.
Anyway, back to my hypothesis, my conjecture, as you might call it. I think NTR and cuckolding. Let's just call it what it is. Let's not hide behind a Japanese word just to make ourselves feel less gay. I think NTR is just gay BDSM with extra steps. All right. Think about it. Think about it for a second. All right. Cuckolding involves two guys. There's one doing the cucking and one being cucked. All right. So let's start with the guy who's doing the cucking. Okay. He's making some dude watch while he fucks his wife. Right?
Okay.
Okay. That is asserting dominance over another man.
All right.
Right?
Sure.
The woman is just a prop. Right? The woman is just what he's using to assert dominance over the other man. You see what I'm saying? Like you could just you don't even need the woman. You could just as easily be using like the guy's body pillow or his favorite fleshlight. You could take his favorite fleshlight and start jerking yourself off with it and be like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm fucking your fleshlight. How do you like that? And he'd be sitting in the corner going, oh, me. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah.
And then the guy who is being cucked, once again, you're not being. It has nothing to do with the chick, right? You're being dominated by another man. That guy is disrespecting you, and he's getting off to the fact that he's disrespecting you, and you're getting off to the fact that he's disrespecting you.
I think woman has a lot to do with it, especially if it's the cuckies woman. It's his woman, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. No, but like the point about like it could be it could be anything that the cucky it could be anything the cucky holds in high regard.
Yeah, like if the guy's like me and he has OCD, you could walk into his house and jerk off like on his kitchen counter and be like, yeah, I'm fucking up your counter, you little bitch. How do you like that?
Huh.
And he'd be like, oh no, oh, please don't do that, Tyrone, with your big black cock. Please don't jerk off on my counter. Please don't jerk off on whatever. Please don't fuck my body pillow. The woman doesn't actually matter. It's like, you're disrespecting another guy, and that guy is getting off on the fact that you're disrespecting him. The woman is incidental.
But not all the time, though, because sometimes the woman's looking over and being like, this guy does me better, you fucking little piece of shit. Like, she's saying the things. So not every time, but I get what you're saying.
That's just supplementary material.
It's like that's a flavor of it, It's like
yeah. There you go. And so my question is, if you're two guys and you're gonna get off together like that, why is it gotta be so disrespectful? Why is it gotta be like that? Just give each other a hug and a kiss. Stop pretending either of you give a shit about this lady here who's, the poor woman, Elaine or whatever her name is.
Elaine?
Yeah, she's getting her pussy destroyed by a giant black cock just because you guys can't admit that you're fucking gay.
I mean, wouldn't they be fucking bi? I mean, they are both into chicks. It's just one of them is into another guy fucking the chick.
Yeah, but if you've
Yeah.
got a perfectly good woman in front of you, and the only way you can get off is by bringing another guy into the equation.
It's also the humiliation that does it, though. It's not.
Yeah, because on the same level of the cuckies woman doesn't have to or isn't necessarily required. On the same thing, it also doesn't have to be a humiliation thing. It could just be the opposite. Like, oh, I want to watch my woman get fucked better than I could. Like,
Right, but isn't that humiliation by default? Like, doesn't that fall under that umbrella?
I mean, that would depend on how the guy felt about it. I mean, some people just know their limits, right? Like, I don't know. Like I definitely see your point, and I just don't think that's all of it. It's like definitely definitely some of it definitely qualifies. It makes sense. It makes a little too much sense.
Yeah,
but like at the same time, it's not 100% of the time. Because
okay,
like you could get off watching your wife fuck herself with a dildo, right? Like, that doesn't have another guy in it.
Yeah, but
you could get off by getting cucked by a woman, right? Like,
but a dildo is not a person. Like you can't you can't ignore that element of the fact that you're getting disrespected by another person.
Well, wouldn't the disrespect be coming from for a woman using the dildo? Right? I mean, if she's using a dildo over you, that's disrespect. Right?
Right. Well,
I mean,
if she's using a dildo instead of another man, it's definitely still disrespect, but it's not gay.
Yeah. So there is. So there is a gay, because in the situation you're describing, that's a dude making another dude come.
Yeah.
Just exactly. Through different avenues. But that's not all. It could be. There could be a bunch of other. I mean, what if the other guy is the incidental part of the cucking?
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. I actually didn't think about that. My mission in life is to just call as many people gay as I possibly can. So I didn't really consider that. But I understand what you're saying. Like maybe the guy is just a prop rather than the woman being a prop. I can understand that. But I think for a good number of those people who are into that,
the Nito rare five.
Yeah, the Nito rare.
It's like fucking Pokemon.
Yeah, for a good number of those people who are into the Nito rare, I don't know. I think you might need to take a look in the mirror.
The mirror. I have no idea.
Yeah, no.
You got this poor lady here who's getting their snooch destroyed by giant black cocks. When I don't know, maybe you just want the giant black cock. Like, could that possibly be?
Maybe
I don't know. If anybody in the chat actually is into that and wants to explain it to us, we will have you on the show. So DM me. Let's find out what we can do.
Yeah. What if you wanted to be the giant black cock? I mean, that's still a little bit like on the humiliation side, because it's like you're like, acknowledging to yourself that your own body is inadequate, like by your own definition. But like, like if you wanted to like project.
Oh, dude, if you're the one doing the cucking, you're the gayest of all.
This sim for Tonkatsu
Because you're
Sinclair.
getting off on disrespecting another dude.
Nito
You're getting
rarity.
off on how he feels. Yeah, Nito Rary.
Thanks, Jack Hoff.
Jack off.
Jack Hoffman, bend over.
But yeah, this is my hypothesis that I wanted to propose on this stream, because I'm gonna make a video about it.
Yeah.
So I figured we'd kind of get together and troubleshoot it a little bit. And,
Troubleshoot it.
Fat Man, you've made some valid points. I gotta say, I don't often acknowledge that someone else is right.
Oh,
But
I'm glad I could.
Maybe a little
glad I
bit.
could sway you.
all right,
But not in that way.
Yeah, don't get weird about it. Dashie, how you doing over there? What's
fucking
your
shit.
thoughts?
My thoughts right now is like, why am I so fucking tired? I need to wake the fuck up.
Oh, damn, I should be the tired one. I'm like
Yeah,
just
just
draining your
waiting.
energy. I'm energy cucking you.
And also, I was gonna say something, and then not for nothing, like you stopped me, Fat Man. But like I forgot what it was, which is fine. I kind of am so. Not kind of. It just hit me so hard. Whew,
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. I'm fucking exhausted.
what's going on?
I didn't sleep last night. I just lay there and sort of drifted in and out of semi-consciousness while watching season 2 of The Boys.
That's I mean, hey, that's a good way to drift in and out of consciousness. I got to
Also-
fucking. God.
No, I just want to say I also seeing a lot of people in the chat saying they didn't get the notification for your video that you had on. Was it today?
It was yesterday, but of course they
Yesterday?
didn't.
Yeah, like-
Subscribing means
fucking
nothing.
YouTube.
Clicking the bell means nothing.
Yeah.
It just notifies you when it good and damn well feels like doing it. And that's it.
Yeah. It's
Just what even is the
I-
point?
I don't know if this is still how it works, because this was like fucking years ago that I heard this, but when you upload a video, they send out a notification to like a certain percentage of people who have clicked the bell, and the people who click on that notification within an hour, like the percentage of those people is like the percentage of actual bell clickers that get the notification.
So wait, it like
I don't know if that's still how it works.
it like determines the amount of people to send the notification to by like a test group.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know. I don't know if that's still the case, but like 2 or 3 years ago, I saw someone like break down the math of how the bell works.
Ugh.
So I don't even know if
That's
they
not
were
normal.
right,
Yeah.
but like the YouTube algorithm is garbage. The subscription means nothing. The bell means nothing. The if you upload shorts to your channel, the only way for them to get views is to click a little box that says "Don't notify my subscribers," like on the upload page.
What?
The only
Like-
way to get views is to wait. What?
Yeah, when you upload a short. I think this is for every video, but specifically for shorts. If you click this little box that says do not notify any of my subscribers about this upload, then it gets put into the shorts cabinet instead of into your subscribers notifications. And it gets way more views that way.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, somebody did that. I don't think it was the Spiffing Brit, but it was somebody who was definitely ripping off the Spiffing Brit style, where he uploaded the same short 100 times. 50 of them notify subscribers, 50 of them don't notify subscribers, and every single one of the not notify subscribers got at least 10 times as many views. It was oh, subscribing actually does nothing. So it's hey guys, subscribe if you're tired of my videos and don't want to see them anymore. Yeah. But only for the shorts feed. For regular videos, it works differently. By which I mean not at all.
Yeah.
Could we just, I don't know, could we just have a platform where you subscribe to someone and you see the things that they make?
I think that
would be nice, right? Makes sense.
When has the word subscribe meant anything other than that?
Yeah.
Right back in the day, when Antikatsu was a little lowly goth goblin monster, you subscribe to a magazine or a newspaper or whatever, and they send you every one of the thing that they make. It's not like they only do it sometimes and they're hey, you remember this?
Yeah. That's insane. Guys, did you know that I've been uploading a video on my channel every day for the past 3 years, and YouTube just hasn't shown anybody?
Yeah, I've known.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Whatever. Let's we don't lie. Remember, we don't lie to.
We're truth tellers over here.
I actually thought you were being serious for a moment. I went to check my fucking subscription feed. Why really? Did you do it?
You went to go check. Aw, she's too stoned for these jokes, Batman. You should know this. You should
I'm sorry.
Because I actually trust Fat Man, and I've just learned that I shouldn't.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't trust.
You should have known when he didn't tell us about his figures. Remember, for years.
I know, you crazy motherfucker. I have no idea why you didn't drop that bomb on us for such a long time. You have...
his answer is always you never asked. That's his excuse.
You have the most impressive
my answer is usually
collection.
We did talk about it back when we were talking about the Kotobuakis.
You have the most impressive figure collection I have ever seen a fucking human being have. And
dude,
you know how fucking into that shit I was, and you didn't tell me.
I know. It hurts the heart.
Yeah.
No, but I want you to do some of those AI things that we were looking at the other day. Those were hilarious. The one with the toothless.
Do you
I
not
don't
have them? Because you were asking. It was. They should just be in our.
I'll check, but yeah, there should be more. They're hilarious.
Yeah, we should. But the toothless one is the fucking best. Yeah. It's the. I have this.
Guys, you know that those apps that change you to make yourself to an anime girl, or put your picture in here, it'll turn you into an anime. Well, he did that with his figures, and they were hilarious. Oh, I found one. Okay.
Yeah, they should just all be So show the toothless, show the real toothless, and then show the fucking
side by side. That's what I have here.
Yeah. But do a slow reveal, pan it in from the side, so you see the actual figure first, and then
OBS doesn't let me do that. OBS is a little bitch about things. You know that.
Oh.
I'm just gonna do a side by side thing. I have to save it first, but anyway, keep talking.
Yeah. It's amazing. This make you anime filter online funny. It is comedy gold. Consistently, you do it. I think we showed it on stream. It turned me into Uncle Iroh.
Yes.
But then when we started doing the figures, it was insane.
Dude, I tried to do one of those the other day, I try to take my face and put it through one of those, make you an anime character AI things, and yeah, it got all fucked up, and I was just like, all right, well, I guess I'm already anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katsu, you're already an anime girl.
I know. It's the one good thing about my life.
Oh my god. Yeah. I don't know like how much help you need to like get my stuff together, because they're all just in our chat.
Oh, I'm just grabbing the one because it's a pain in the ass to put in here while on a stream.
Yeah, we next time we should like actually get it set up
All
to
set,
do.
yeah.
So that we can like show all of the shit, but like yeah, you guys get a teaser. Unfortunately, the teaser is the best one, but the rest of them are very funny.
You just said I don't know how much help you need, and I got very introspective, and then didn't hear anything after that. And I was like, yeah, I need a lot. I need a lot of help.
I give you all the help I can. Help with
I don't
these
think
nuts.
I can because everybody's in front of the pictures from where I'm at. So where can I put it? In front of me, I guess. It's the only place
yeah.
it's gonna see. It's not gonna.
Oh
be
yeah. It must suck to like be the one responsible for the background because you're always on like the bottom layer.
On the back, yeah. So
Yeah, you could I don't know.
Bigger than the chat.
Katsu can destroy us.
Would need to be
I can if I want to. I can make
Katsu
all disappear.
Katsu has power.
But I don't do that because I am a benevolent god.
We
Right, so here's the original picture. All right.
All right.
Now you see Toothless and the little cat or whatever. Very nice, very nice. And now I gotta move everybody over, and it's gonna move it over. And now here's what it made it into. It's. Are you able to see it? I know you can't see it side by side, but like,
Hey,
you get a person underneath, which is creepy as fuck.
It definitely looks. Jesus Christ!
It makes it so tough. Why did it make a face underneath?
I didn't even see that face at first. I was just looking at the anime girl.
Oh, you found it
on the right.
You just found it. That's amazing.
Yeah, with the flower, the fucking isekai protagonist face, and then the fucking toothless cat going. Meh.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, almost. Yeah, so that's the only one I have. If you want to do this, you might need to give it to Katsu when we get it all set.
Yeah, we'll actually like work on this for next week.
Oh, and I'd also just like to point out that Sharky Marks, I've never heard that name before, is saying this is his first stream.
Oh, yeah,
So,
welcome.
Yeah, well, welcome, Sharky Marks.
And
You definitely haven't been around for like 2 years. I have no idea who you are.
You definitely have. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
All right.
Late for your first stream. How embarrassing.
Yeah, exactly. First stream with this 22-month sub message. I don't know how he does it.
I mean, hey, look, I often get like gifted subs when I'm not watching. Like, I'll be like, like doing some like intense business acumen, and I'll get this notification like you got gifted a sub to Absolute Unit, and I'm like, what? Oh. It's Saturday.
Apparently, Sharky got gifted a sub 22 months ago, and it took him this long to notice.
Well, we appreciate your slow reflexes.
Yeah, thank you, Sharky. I'm glad you finally figured it out. Anyway, what's going on with you, Chet?
Yeah.
What have you been doing this week? What have you been wasting your time on? I mean, because let's face it, anyone who's like showing up here on a Saturday probably don't have much to do with your time. I'm just gonna make that little conjecture.
I mean, what if they're like extremely productive throughout the week and they have to like get in all of their time wasting on Saturdays?
This is the one day that they fuck off from everything.
This is 1 inch wonder weasel, 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 1 inch PP.
Oh.
You know, Captain Type, that's extremely rude. If I had a Wonder Weasel, it'd be the longest one that there ever was. You can be sure of that.
You're the weasel. The weasel will wonder. Ooh. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
It's all right.
You just put your hand over my face.
I have no whatever. Did I slap you?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what I'm talking about, and you just went, bah.
DJ Ouija says, "Real talk. Thank you for making content. That was cool of you." Yeah, no, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I put out an actual video yesterday.
And I saw it.
Yeah, hopefully that's gonna be happening, more often now. It's been a rough year. Couldn't do that for a while, but I'm going back to putting out regular, normal content, not just streams.
Yeah. And I'm taking a break from my intense schedule of not uploading regular content to start streaming.
He's fucking losing his mind over here.
Yeah. I made the terrible mistake of working on like 10 projects at once. So it's like, great, none of them are gonna come out ever.
What are you gonna be streaming though?
Elden Ring, told you.
Okay.
Yeah, because I wanted to play the new DLC, and after I beat the game, I installed like a couple of mods just to like have fun and fight the bosses. Like I installed the boss rush mod, but that completely bricks your game if you uninstall the mod and then try to reload that save file.
Okay,
so,
and that's why you had to restart over from the beginning.
I had to start over from the beginning, yeah. But I decided, fuck it, I'll stream it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody always talks about how fucking difficult that game is. So yeah, I don't envy you.
Yeah. It's difficult. It's difficult. But it's if you know some things, you gotta you get your little inside baseball tips and tricks, then it becomes like pretty doable.
Hold on. You gotta hit the pickle vape again.
The pickle vape. Gotta pickle it up. The DLC is designed to be played from a fresh game? That's, I mean, interesting, but like you'd have to as far as I'm aware, there's one specific boss you have to beat in order to like get through or get to where the DLC takes place, and like that's a pretty end game boss. I guess you could fight him early, but he's really hard, so I wouldn't recommend going after him until endgame. Like, I mean, technically he could be like the first boss you fight if you're a PvP player. I don't know.
I have no idea what the fuck you guys are talking about. You're just being a bunch of nerds.
Yeah, we're nerds. Yeah, now you know how Dashie feels.
Yeah, well, she never has any idea what the fuck we're talking about. Loveless says, I'm questioning the life choices that led me here at 3:30 a.m. Where the fuck are you at that is 3:30 a.m. right now?
Yeah, for real. You're like, yeah, I mean, are you questioning them so that you can, like, you know, scrutinize them and make them more efficiently next time and show up at, like, you know, 2:30, like, you know, maybe even like 2 on the dot, so you'd be on time for the stream?
Yeah, I don't. Somehow, I don't think that's the case.
Yeah. Either way, introspection is a key part of bettering yourself.
Oh yeah, Angel, Shotgun Serif, you motherfucker, it was you. I remember now. Remember, Fat Man, before the stream, I was telling you I was in a fucking chat one time, and someone told me that Elden Ring was too hard for me to play, and that I wouldn't be able to do it. And so now I have to fucking do it just to spite that person. I remember now. It was fucking Angel. It was you.
Damn. Oh, you done did it now.
Yeah, when I start streaming games, I'm gonna play Elden Ring and I'm gonna beat it just because of you.
That's a motivation. That's a yeah. You know, good. I believe in you, Katsu.
She says,
I don't know if that belief is well placed, but I believe in you.
It's probably not, to be honest. She says, I never said you wouldn't be able to. I just warned you that it was a difficult game. Well, that may be so. That may be so, but in my mind, I turned it into you saying I would never be able to do it because I have to view the entire world in black and white, you know, binary. There's no nuance in my worldview. Griffin Pyro says, is this another Symphogear situation? No. Although, that guy, he doesn't show up for streams anymore, but that guy, I shit you not, Nosferol, he still posts on every one of my videos. Watch Symphogear.
No, you saw Angel's response to, you know what? Do it, you pussy. Or you won't, pussy.
Fucking fight me. 1v1. IRL. Come here. Come on. I'll smack you around. All right, Dashie, are you back? Because I gotta pee. I gotta piss like a racehorse. I'll be right back.
All right. After Katsu gets back, it's my turn.
All right, yeah, next is Fat Man's turn.
Musical toilets. I was able to get some of these picks. I'm gonna do another one just because they were funny.
Elden Ring is a game for very patient people. Is Elden Ring gay?
That's the
yeah, it is. Yeah, it's gay. Elden Ring is pretty gay.
All right.
Yeah, no matter what, no matter, because it's like, you know, you can choose whether your character is a guy or a girl, or non-binary. I guess you can choose. You can decide. Right. No one ever refers to you. But either way, you're gonna get into some shenanigans that are pretty gay.
It's good. It's good. Besides, I got one of them ready. All right, this is purple snake. Purple snake.
Oh, good.
All right.
Oh, the purple snake was really good.
This was hilarious. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That purple snake. Very nice. Very purple. Very There he is. Snake leg. Look what it turned it into, guys.
Look what it does. Look what it does.
That's fucking ridiculous. I'll save that one for when Katz gets back. I'm gonna set it up. All right. I know it is so cursed. It's so stupid. It just makes anime girls for the sake of making it.
But like in the background, like did you see what he did? Did you see what he did to Death there? Like
What's Death?
Death from Puss in Boots.
All right, let me go back to it.
Like
I guess.
yeah. Go.
All right. Turn him into what? A panda? It's too far for me to see.
Yeah, no, it's like it turned him into like a weird like cricket thing almost. With like a little dome head and like one eye. It's got little like antennas sticking out of it.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's so weird.
Uh-huh.
It's like that's not even an anime girl. What did you do? I love this thing has a thigh. It's got a
the what?
This snake
has
has
like a thigh. Yeah,
it just got a thigh sticking. Oh my god.
The thigh.
I don't even know, man. I'm wilding out.
Right. Let's see if I got another one. We saw that toothless. There was another. There's another snake, which is.
Oh, a purple solid snake.
I don't know what this is.
No,
Pokemon looks like.
Yeah. I don't know. No Metal Gear figures.
All right, there's this right here.
Snossy.
Who is that?
Yes. Chuko, man of culture, with the Snossy.
Like, who is that on the screen right now?
That's a Pokemon called Melodic.
Okay. All right, everybody sees it. Everybody sees it.
Everybody sees Melodic.
Oh, and Mega Fat, you would know when I show off my snake. This is not my snake. All right, look what it did to this poor Pokemon, you guys.
Look what it did. Look. Oh, God. She's not okay.
She's not.
She needs help.
Oh, my God. The way she's
All right,
looking at me. Like,
what's going on here?
I got a couple more pictures, Cats.
Got a couple
pictures.
more pictures.
Ready?
All right. Oh, Jesus.
Wait. Let me.
I just realized what was going on. Okay.
Right. Hold up. Let me set it up for the original picture. All right, that's what this Pokemon looks like. You see it, Cots?
Uh-huh.
All right,
All right.
and then I don't know if you saw the other one, but and then it turned her into.
It turned her into this.
Yeah. No, that's what I was saying. I just realized what was going on there, and yeah, Jesus Christ, she looks like she's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, she's like, blink 3 times. You need help. Another one or two.
Yeah. She turned into a pasta noodle. An SCP escaped containment. Now it's just an SP.
Okay, Katsu, look at this one right here.
Security,
Beautiful little,
contain,
little.
protect. Okay, yeah.
This, very nice figure, purple.
Yeah.
Where's that from? What is it from?
This is from Naruto.
All right. All right, Katsu, look what it did to this poor thing.
Look, it's just, and then also like see in the background the Death from Puss in Boots figure turned into like some weird fucking alien cricket
with a jacket on.
Yeah.
It looks like one of those minions. The one fucking eyeball.
Yeah.
Oh God, we should run a picture of a minion through that thing. That would be horrible.
Gives her long hair, probably.
Yo, Chad, I've got a question for you. What is a hypotenuse? What is a hypotenuse? Because I came back and I looked at the title of this stream and it says I have a hypothesis, but I accidentally read it as hypotenuse. And I can't remember what a fucking hypotenuse is because I didn't pay attention in school.
I don't remember.
It's the long side of a right triangle.
Okay, so it's gotta be a right triangle, and then the hypotenuse is this part.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. All right. That was your education for the stream.
That was a lot easier than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Here's another picture that's ready. Okay.
Oh, good.
This
Okay,
took Batman forever to make. This was his Lego piece thing. A little dinosaur thing. Very nice. How many pieces was it again?
It was like 3,700 pieces. Or no. It was 3,700 steps. It was like 7,100 pieces.
Good lord. Yeah, it was all over his floor. The works.
Yeah.
All right, so it turned it into, which is kind of cool actually. We did like this one. This was pretty funky.
This was a really
Right,
great. This was a really great anime girl. I'd watch that show.
This. I would watch the shit out of this show. Hell
Yeah.
You see it, Cots?
Yep.
Look at her. She's got this mask on. Like, I don't know. I would watch it.
Yeah.
That's one of the cool pictures instead of the goofy ones. Very nice.
You know, how come I couldn't get it to do this to my face when I was trying to put my shit through a fucking AI the other day? I gotta figure that out.
I don't know.
We'll work on it.
Not that you guys care about that anyway. You know, last stream I tried to have an intellectual discussion about the encroachment of AI on our daily lives, and all y'all just wanted to talk about wieners. So all we ended up talking about on that stream was wieners.
AI causes erectile dysfunction.
Obtuse.
Got another one. Want to see?
Yeah, mega.
I don't remember her name.
Obtuse.
What's a Toothless's wife's name?
Noobles.
Noobles. All right.
Mobiles.
Regular Noobles there. Very nice, right? And what does Noobles turn into? Let's see.
Take your bets.
Let's see. Ready? Right.
It always takes me it takes me like a solid minute to catch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This little like smug little cat.
What's on the desk though? Like what did the thing on the turn into like this microscope
it's
pizza.
Microscope looking at a stack of pepperoni. And like
a meatloaf.
But like you see like they don't. It's like you almost think they like just don't know what to do with like a dragon or like a lizard. But then you look at what they did with Stormfly down in the corner, and it's like that's beautiful. That's totally like a dragon. You know.
All right, that's enough for that.
You know, it's when you order from Domino's, and
okay,
and you order double pepperoni, and you get it, and you're like, this isn't double pepperoni.
This is 1.5 pepperoni at most.
This is single pepperoni. Then you gotta put it under a microscope in order to figure it out.
You want to catch go to Domino's, order one double pepperoni and one single pepperoni, count the pepperoni, and then go back and like, I got you. You'll be hearing from my lawyer. What we're talking about is ethics and salesmanship.
Dashie. False advertising and pictures. Right.
Yeah.
McDonald's and shit. Anyway, so we're talking about longs and wieners. Is that what this is about today?
The ween stream.
Of course, we're talking about wieners. That's all we ever do. Despite my guidance to the contrary, that's all you people seem to want to talk about is penises.
Did you have something in mind to talk about today, or we're just?
Well, I already did. My theory that cuckolding is just gay with extra steps.
Gotcha.
AI is to me.
What?
AI is the enemy of anime.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, yeah, a little reachy, but sure.
I like it.
That's cute.
I'll accept
Okay,
it.
I'll be back. I'm gonna my turn.
Yeah,
Alright.
you go.
Musical
Drain you, wiener.
Bring the mic with you.
No, we don't want to hear that.
Want to hear him frying some chicken?
No.
Yeah, no. I'll pass too. How have you been, Cots? Doing all right? Just me.
Been better, been worse.
Mm-hmm.
No, not really much I could complain about. To be honest, because, yeah, compared to the worst places I've been, it's all a piece of cake.
The whole or the cake or both?
Whatever.
Hmm.
What have you been doing?
I don't know, but I'm excited for my MRI on the 28th. I know it's still like more than a week away, but I've never been more excited for something so dumb. Like, you know you're old when you're looking forward to an MRI, guys.
I was trying to figure out, like, a dirty thing to make MRI stand for.
Okay, did it work?
No,
Aw, damn.
I got nothing.
My yeah, me neither.
My,
What's going on with us today?
I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of something. My radioactive.
Radioactive. You've added a W in that, and yes, I'm making fun of your accent.
There was no W in that. What are you talking about?
It sounded like you said radioactive. Like you're
Well,
whacking.
you just hear it incorrectly.
Incorrectly?
Yeah.
I'm definitely hearing incorrectly. I got what you said now. Yes. Damn, what the fuck? I'm telling you, Discord doesn't want us to understand each other at all.
Silly Palm says my rectal. Oh no. Menopausal rectal imaging. Mega Fat says my rectal insertion. There you go. There you go. That's a good one.
Rectal inspection. Yeah. Why does it have to be that? Why do you guys have to be like middle schoolers? Oh yeah, you're here.
Honorary Larry says mother riding individual.
What?
All right,
the fuck?
You're making it.
Oh God,
into some MILF stuff now, huh?
No. No. What the fuck laugh was that? Jesus.
More. Xanthamos says morbidly reverse impregnation.
What?
Jesus Christ.
How does that even work? How does that?
That sounds gross. I don't think I want to see that.
That's some necro shit, I think.
Yeah.
Damn.
Chuko says, "Don't let Nacho's mom hear that."
Hear what? Hear what, Chuko? Hmm?
Well,
you
I
talking
assume...
about my IRL MILF? IRL MILF.
I assume he was talking about the mother riding individual.
Oh, okay. Kwame. Señora Nacho. Hola.
Mostly reachable insides. Jesus Christ. You guys are deranged.
So when I walk up to the desk, I'd be like, yes, I'm here for my, what should I say? My menopausal rectal imaging.
Yeah, you're here for your...
What are you laughing at?
Multiracial integration.
Sure, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, your butthole's like really trying to be woke. It's really trying to be like with the progressive. You know, it's trying to get with the new times. You know. So Uranus needs multiracial integration.
My anus.
There you go.
So I gotta dye my anus, like, change my ringtone.
Make rumps impregnated.
Oh God, got him.
You guys are sick.
Give people 3 letters, hours of fun. I'm telling you. Oh.
Yeah. You guys are sick. You all want like cat boys. You all want cat boys that can be impregnated anally. And
True, guys. Come on, tell the truth.
Before you go saying that that's some shit that I made up, I seen it. I seen it many times.
Oh no, I believe it. You know, that exists, sure, but I'm talking about chat. Like, is that what you're into, huh? Don't be lying.
There's a whole genre out there of ass pregnancy.
Those kids are little pieces of shit. Any fan art lately that you found? I don't know.
There was a little bit. I reposted it on Twitter.
All right.
Was that an episode of Interspecies Reviewers we didn't see? No, it definitely was not. That's some shit you guys made up.
There should be.
That's some shit you guys made up, you fucking sickos. You know how
for Tonkatsu Sinclair.
We got Maximilian Cat. Thank you very much.
I don't have a funny message. I'm just glad you're here to make me laugh.
Aw.
Well, you're welcome.
There you go. There you go. Now, is that the U, like the royal U, or just Katsu? Because just Katsu is just fine, right?
Well, I mean, this person in particular is welcome, but so is everyone else.
Ah, I see.
You know what's wild is that I posted a video yesterday for the first time in like almost a year, and fucking people got on my case about it.
What?
Yeah.
What they do this time?
No, they were like, fucking finally. Jesus Christ,
God.
It's been long enough. I'm just like, motherfucker, just be happy with what you get.
That's, God, I'm sure you were livid.
Of course. You know, I get mad about literally everything.
What I miss?
Nothing good.
People ragging on her.
Good.
It's like she's damned if she does, she's damned if she doesn't. So.
Damn.
Fat man, I'm sure you can relate to this, actually. If if I don't post anything, people are like, oh my god, Katsu hasn't posted anything in fucking ever. And then if I do post something, they're like, Jesus Christ, it took long enough. You know what I mean?
Most people just don't see what I upload. I mean, yeah, I uploaded a video for like the first time in like 2 years. A couple months ago, probably like 6 months ago at this point. Got like 500 views. I was expecting at least 1,000. Like, you know, I don't get enough. I don't get enough comments for people to be like, oh, finally. Like,
fair enough. But yeah, people were getting on my ass like, God damn, it's been a year since you posted anything. What the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, I just did it. I just posted something. Why are you mad? Also,
they don't want to confront the question of why they're mad. They just want to be mad.
Fair enough. We got Sean who says just started. What was made up? I mean, everything here is made up.
Yeah.
Like, what are you asking?
Yeah. What?
This is just fictional nonsense that we do for your entertainment.
You almost said urine. Or did you? Entertainment. Yeah, you did say urine.
You're entertainment.
You're entertainment. Yeah, I did. I did say urine. Nice.
Hooray. Yeah. Nice.
Good catch.
This is what we're excited for, guys, when we catch urine.
So are those breasts made up? Asks Citizen Battle. The Citizen Battle's a cool name.
Citizen Battle.
So this
That's a new
breast
name.
made up. Yeah, I mean, I'm an anime girl. My titties are completely fictional.
Yeah, they
And see, like,
have
if you
in
put
inner
makeup,
monologue and everything.
yeah, and if you put makeup on them, you can make the cleavage look deeper, or something. I don't know.
Just for the funsies, guys, if you're new here, hit a one. I'm seeing a lot of new names. One in the chat if you're new, please. Do it for me.
Sean says, "Can I have some money so I can order some dinner?" My man, if you can't order dinner, you might not want to give us that $1 there. I mean, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
You could go to the $1 menu and get like a third of something.
Yeah, dude. I know. Remember when like fast food restaurants had $1 menus? Like at McDonald's, you get like a double cheeseburger for $1.
I remember 69-cent McNuggets.
69. Oh, why?
Yeah.
Why was it 69 cents? Weird.
I don't know.
Dashie, you remember that? Or are you too young?
No, I remember like a couple. There was a $1 menu, right?
Yeah.
But it was not for long. I saw somebody say something.
69 cents per nugget. Jesus Christ.
Per nugget.
No. It was like an 8-piece. Maybe even a 10.
Ghost Hunter Games. Hello for being new. Bruce Stein, Star Killer 12. Citizen Battle. Yeah. Couple of new names.
Yeah.
Welcome. Hello.
Yep.
And I'm sorry.
By the way, you fucking assholes, whenever we say that, press 1 in the chat if you're new. We know whether you're new or not.
Today they listened.
You're not
they
fucking
actually
fooling
listened.
us.
Today they left me alone. They didn't do the thing. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah. Guys, no jokes. This is a serious moment.
It is, though. It is.
All right, so Chuko says that a 10-piece McNuggets is $6.89.
Wow. That's insane.
And those nuggets are crap now. They changed them. They took it. They're so nasty.
Yeah, you can't taste you can't taste the fear in the chicks as they go through the machine anymore.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Jesus Christ! I mean, if you want to take it to a dark place, I guess.
Is that why it's crunchy suddenly?
You guys, what's wrong with you?
I don't know.
A lot.
I see this.
Pink slime.
I think the best place to order chicken nuggets from, like if you're gonna get it from a fast food chain, like a big fast food chain, is Wendy's. Wendy's nuggets is yeah.
Wendy's nuggets fit in your mouth.
No, but serious. I'm trying to be serious.
Oh.
I'm just saying. Wendy's has the best fast food nuggets, as far as I can tell, at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, did you guys hear that? I just cracked my whole fucking neck. That was amazing.
No, I didn't hear it.
Chet, did you hear that?
Yeah. Wendy's got surge. Yeah, no. Man, that surge pricing thing, like, they got fucking rolled for it, and now they're like, oh no, surge pricing will only make prices go down when lines are short. Like, it's like, okay, well, is that going to stop you from just like jacking up the menu price? Like, go fuck yourself, Wendy's.
Wait, what is surge pricing?
Wendy's was announced like oh God, I think this was last year. When they announced they were gonna have surge pricing. So if the line at the drive-thru was long, the prices would go up.
Oh.
And then they got fucking dragged, and then they were like, no. What we meant was the prices will go down when the lines were short. And everybody was like, oh, that's good, I guess. And then it's like, no, because they're just going to jack up the menu price and then never lower them when the lines are short. Like, you don't, no, it's still bad. Like, continue to drag Wendy's for their bad decision making.
All right, so they did what every other fucking corporation has done in the last few years. And,
yeah.
Made a huge price hike, and then when they got backlash, they were like, "Oh no, that's not what we were gonna do."
Yeah. I mean, but if you're going off of like flavor, Wendy's is up there.
Yeah.
If you're going off of business practices, it's every corporation is tied for last. So, I mean, I guess you're still gonna go order fucking Wendy's, I guess.
Yeah, purely speaking off of like how good the food is, Wendy's is still in the running. I don't have any idea what they're doing with their like corporate policy.
Listen for Tonkatsu Sinclair.
Reverse psychology.
Hey, so Sean asks, is Fat Man gonna have a 3D model eventually?
You got 3 of these nuts in your mouth.
Where did the third one come from?
Life finds a way.
Just rolled up on him.
We were like, we were talking about it for a while. Like, I mean, before I got this one, but like 3D models are expensive, and
yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't think so. I like this one. It's me. It's a little guy, and he screams and goes, ah!
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't think you really need anything more than that.
Yeah. And if I got the 3D model, then I would have to get like the hands thing, and you'd see me jacking off right now, and it would be embarrassing.
Yeah.
Get demonetized again.
Either that or just challenge everyone to follow me.
Many corporate leaders in all industries right now seem to be thinking the same, trying to save their sinking ships based solely on profit and not customer satisfaction.
Yeah.
Twitch definitely seems to be doing that.
Wring more pennies out of the populace. Tragic. He stands for diners, divers, and drives.
What?
Maybe that was really good. 3D stands for diners, drive-ins, and dives. What is Fat Man? When it's Fat Man, but with Guy Fieri's hair. Yes. Oh my God. That's next stream. Next stream, I'll show up with the Guy Fieri hair, and I'll forget why. I'll make it like right after this stream ends, and I'll just leave it in there, and then I'll like forget. And next Saturday when I join the stream, I'll just have the Guy Fieri hair, and like you're gonna be the only one who remembers why. Unless you forget too, and then like nobody will know. It'll be something for historians to wonder about.
Wait, isn't he the guy who had like the spiked up hair with the blonde tips?
Guy Fieri with blunt tips? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody hated him, even though he was like a stand-up dude. Like,
how long is your hair now? Because last time I saw it, it was fucking.
Oh yeah, no, it's Well, let me guesstimate. God, probably like 16 inches. I don't know. I'm just basing that off of my my thumb to my thumb to pinky measurement.
Is that your hair or your wiener?
Yeah, no, but both. They're the same length.
Yeah, of course.
Your hairy wiener.
16-inch wiener over here.
Yeah,
Don't nobody question it.
I can't get erect. It's ruining my life. Last time I got a boner, my heart stopped for 5 minutes.
I love that. I've never heard anybody just say, I can't get erect.
Really?
No.
Never?
Actually,
not once? I think you'd hear that a lot.
Actually, now that I think about it, that would have been kind of an insult. Like, I take my clothes off and it's just like,
sorry,
I'm sorry, I can't get erect.
One last trip to Flavortown. Nice callback. What'd I call back to, Pat M?
Okay, so Hunter Plaisance just gave us a super chat. Thank you very much for that. And says, I'm actually watching Triple D. So wait, when you say that, do you mean like airtight, like all holes filled? Like a chick who's getting it,
Air
in the mouth. What? Yeah. That's what they call it.
I was thinking the sequel to like Double D from Ed, Edd and Eddy.
Oh, great. Well, I was thinking of something completely different because I saw an interview with Adriana Chechik one time, and she's like, yeah, we call that near tight. When there's a dick in the mouth, a dick in the ass, and a dick in the snooch, all at the same time. We call that airtight. So that's what I was asking. Is that what you're referring to, Hunter Plaisance? I'm curious
Airtight is
to
that
know.
new Airbud movie? Mega fat.
No.
No.
Yeah, that's the new Airbud movie.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
Airtight.
Granny?
And yeah, and they've got all sorts of slang terms in the porn industry that I found out from watching this video. I found out, like when the guy comes in the girl's mouth and then she spits it into another girl's mouth, they call that the baby bird.
I thought they called that snowballing.
I don't know. That's what she said they call it.
I'll look through like a list of
a list of porn terms.
Yeah. Because like you see, everybody is different. Angel says I thought it was called swapping.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
different names.
Yeah.
Regional.
So.
Snowballing is when it goes back into the guy's mouth. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We're finding out important things on the stream.
Yes.
Yes.
How would I look that up?
Very good.
Yeah, I can't. I can't imagine wanting to do that. Like, not only is it cum, right? Not only is it cum, but it's also been in somebody else's mouth. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I would not accept that.
please sanitize your cum before delivering it to Katsu.
Yeah. Yeah, bleach it first, please.
I got fired from my job at the sperm bank because I kept saying, "Get a load of this guy."
Oh God. Oh. How do I even look it up? I'm trying to look for a list.
A list of porn slang terms.
For Tonkatsu Sinclair.
Oh, Dash, you got to find the list and then like quiz us on it, like make us try to guess what the term is, and
That's what I'm trying to do. Like,
yeah.
just,
Nice.
I'm looking through.
New arcade called Round 1 opened up. It was intense, but oh shit. I couldn't read fast enough. I'm sorry.
Go away. Here, I'll replay it.
Okay, good. Good. Yeah, because it was business blob. But I think it was a joke. Isa came back at a weird time. Yes, you did, Isa. A new arcade called Round 1 opened up nearby. It was intense. It was like a nerd dungeon. Oh, I don't think that was a joke. I think that was just like I think that was just a review of a local arcade. All right. Guess this is what you're learning today, Ghost Hunter games. I'm glad I'm making everybody laugh. Kept thinking the line "hungry fella" from Ace Ventura. Gosh, I used to love that movie. I haven't seen it in I haven't seen it in probably 20 years. Oh,
you're talking about Ace Ventura?
Ace
Ventura,
Ventura,
I haven't seen that in forever.
Used to fucking love that movie. I think there was a time in my life where I would have said that was my favorite movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Ace Ventura was ever my favorite movie, but goddamn, the Truman Show.
Oh yeah, I saw Truman Show at the wrong time in my life. If I saw it for the first time now, I'd probably have my mind blown. But I saw it when I was too young to fully appreciate it, and so I was always just that was interesting.
Yeah, I saw it just at the right time, when I was feeling that adolescent existential angst.
Yeah.
And so it just spoke to me.
Mm-hmm. I said, Katsu, you're living in a simulation.
I mean, who's to say we aren't, right?
Blew my mind.
Okay, some of these cannot be. I mean, they're just named out of nowhere. What's the JFK?
That's when you get a load shot in the back of your head.
I mean, it says when you bust the load all over her face, and then she screams and tries to jump out of the car.
Oh, okay, all right, all right. That's the yeah.
The JFK is when the CIA puts one in the back.
Puts two in your back.
Oh my god, that's horrible. That's fucking horrible. Oh. You'll never hear it anywhere else, guys. You'll never hear these thoughts on any other live stream. This is why you come to the iLadies
show. Yeah, that should be the Jackie O, not the JFK.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. If you see the if you see the actual video of that, she's not like trying to jump out of the car. Like she actually like grabs a piece of his head that was on the car. Like it's really quite a fucking harrowing tape.
We're talking about this. Don't depress everyone.
I'm not gonna go
The
into
check yos when you take the load and try to stop back in.
There's something wrong with you guys.
It's yeah. Pot kettle much, Katsu. Just because there are different things wrong with you doesn't mean you could talk shit.
Hey, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna go into quote unquote conspiracy theories, but yeah, the whole JFK thing, a little bit sus. Can we all just admit that? What you guys are gonna try to like come to this YouTube channel tomorrow and it's gonna be gone and I'm just gonna like not exist. There's gonna be no record of Tonkatsu Sinclair ever even existing at all after tomorrow. But you know, can we just admit that it was all a little bit sus?
Look, I think we can all admit it's just a tiny little bit sus.
Just a tad.
You're not the first one to say it, so it's not. If your channel gets deleted, it's not because you said that. All right, I'm tired of looking through lists, guys. What are some terms that I've never heard of about sex? There you go.
I forget who said it. It might have been Joe Rogan. It might, because you know I have a degree. I have a master's degree in the field of conspiracy theory bullshit from the Joe Rogan University. So I forget if it was him or someone he had on his show who said it. But wait, what the fuck was I gonna say?
Conspiracy theory bullshit from Joe Rogan's show?
Yeah, no, I legitimately don't know where I was going with that.
I know what Donkey Punch is. That's yes. I'm proud that I know that. Oh God, no, I'm not.
What? Okay, what is it? I've heard it a million times, and I've always thought it was like really kind of self-explanatory. So I never investigated it. But what is it?
I heard it's like you're fucking punch her in the back of the head and hold on tight, right?
Yeah. Okay. Self-explanatory.
Okay.
Mega Fat says they got the Katsu halfway through her thought process. Yeah, they did. My memory got wiped mid-sentence. It was crazy.
This is a new robot Katsu from the CIA.
Yeah, who are you guys again?
I'm
Tonkatsu Sinclair.
I have Tonkatsu Sinclair.
Mm-hmm. The Magician, the Pirate, Snowstorm.
Are those three different ones, or?
The pirate is like you come like in her eye and then kick her in the shin or something, right?
Yes, I have heard that.
No, the best one is the ghost.
Oh, where you swap out?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
You wave out the window.
Yeah, and you wave from the window.
Yeah, they also call it the Houdini.
That's what I've first heard. It was the Houdini.
Yeah, it was Patrice O'Neill.
Yeah, the Houdini
is apparently when you come in someone's ass, put in a straw, and drink the result.
Yeah. Gross.
Oh my God!
Well, okay, then what's felching then?
I felt. Ew! I heard shrimping.
Then
I never heard felching.
Yeah, that's a good point. I thought that was called felching.
Yeah, what is felching? I thought that was what felching was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out. I'm sure someone in chat will deign to enlighten us.
An expert in the field.
Felching is without the straw, so like.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, all right. That's fair.
Eiffel Towering.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Strawberry shortcake is
yeah.
come on the face and punch her in the face. So, right?
Isa,
Close.
you are way too sober for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no,
you
we're all
gotta be this high to ride.
Mm-hmm.
I am so fucked up right now. It's hard to even describe with normal words.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so fucked up. I got banned from the Pixar Museum.
Chocolate vanilla milkshake.
I'm still trying to remember what I was talking about like 5 minutes ago.
Don't worry about it. The CIA.
I gotta figure it out, or else I'm gonna be wondering. I'm gonna be wondering about it all night.
Then the CIA is gonna take more extreme measures.
No, they don't know about me. I'm flying under the radar.
They already got your memories.
You're high.
You're high as a kite.
Well, I forgot that part of the lore.
You're flying so high.
Yeah, I know. It was something about JFK. I just can't remember.
John fucking Kennedy, my favorite president.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say.
Culinary Institute of.
Shut up! Don't make me forget it again. No, I forget who it was. I don't know. I don't remember if it was Joe Rogan or somebody who was on his show, but they said like, when you get elected as president, that like first day they bring you into the Oval Office and they show you like the actual video of whoever like actually killed JFK, and they're like, "All right, motherfucker, any questions? Are you gonna do what we say, or do you want to end up like this guy?" And that's just the end of it. And then whoever the fuck it is like, "Oh, all right, well." My whole platform was reducing taxes and healthcare costs and all that, but let's knock those up a little bit. We good? All right, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's a believable conspiracy theory. Like,
I mean, it's not even a conspiracy theory anymore. Right, we know.
It's just. Well, yeah. I mean, but like the part that wouldn't be the conspiracy theory is that like everyone who runs for president is just a liar, and then it's just like, oh no, all these people running for president are like just honest folks who get like bullied by the CIA and the FBI into doing all this like. Yeah, it's
fair
enough.
Like,
yeah, that's what happens, but the conspiracy theory comes into the explanation.
Fair enough. Fair fucking enough. But yeah, I think, because, come on, guys. Every president you vote for, they come in saying, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And it's all going to be, biscuits and gravy and all that. And then they get in office and they're like, yeah, we're just going to do the same shit that, everybody's been doing since before this. And you got to think, it's like, why? Why does that change happen so abruptly? I think it has something to do with them bringing you into that Oval Office on the first day and being like, this is what we're gonna do to you and your family if you don't toe the line. And they're just like, all right, I'm good.
Now I'm just depressed.
All right, let's talk about something else. Old Snippers says, felching, gooning, munting, mogging, mewing, jelking, jorking, looks maxing, real sigma rizzing hours. Yeah, we're doing all those things right now.
I hate the term gooning.
Why?
Like, because goon, like goon is box wine. And like, a gooner used to be like a wino. Right. And now a gooner is just a jerk off boy. And it's like, don't don't change that word. It's a good word. And then they took it, and now it just means something different. And it's like, I hate it. I don't like it.
No, I completely feel you. Because, like, yeah, people just take words and fuck them up and turn them into other words. Like, cringe. Cringe is a wonderful word with a very specific meaning.
Yeah.
But people just took the word cringe and turned it into synonym number 7,332 for thing I don't like.
Yeah. Oh, that's how you feel about meme? Yeah. Yeah, when like something takes over, the colloquial term takes over. Yeah. Like you probably know so much about like actual memetic nonsense.
Pat M says, I can only think of Batman henchmen when I hear goon. See when you say that, like, I understand what you're saying, but when you say that, all I can think of is like the Joker going up against Batman, and he's got like 5 henchmen in front of him, and they're all like jerking their dicks, being like, "Come on, Batman, what are you gonna do?"
And no, that's the Joker yelling, "Come on, Batman!"
Yeah, like Mark Hamill Joker.
Come on, Batman! Come on him! It's the only thing we haven't tried yet.
All right.
He's just Bukake fucking title wave, washing Batman away like a fucking Astro Man in the Simpsons episode.
Oh man,
goggles, they do nothing.
You know, there aren't many like fucked up things that I haven't thought of, but Batman Bukake, like my mind has never ventured there. So thank you, Chad, for introducing me to that line of thought.
Got a little Pokemon Batman.
Dashie,
Want to know what your Pokemon I got?
What's your thoughts on Batman Bukake? Is she even listening to us?
I'm getting summoned. I gotta be back. I'm so sorry. Something's up.
All right, no problem.
All right, yeah.
This sim for Tonkatsu Sinclair.
Yeah, exactly. Bat cocky. Thank you for putting a name to it, Blob.
I mean, they hang upside down, right?
Oh yeah, so it would be like upside down, Bukake.
Yeah.
He'd be hanging from the ceiling. Although, to be fair, that could be like Spider-Man, Bukake as well. Like you know the Spider-Man kiss scene.
Yeah.
From the original Spider-Man with what's his name and what's
Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire and what's the chick's name?
Yeah, Reese Witherspoon. I don't know.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon.
I don't think that's right.
I don't think it is either, but I like it. But yeah,
yeah. Rose McGowan.
No, she's gotta have a name. We gotta figure it out. But yeah, just imagine
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So imagine if if Spider-Man had just been hanging there, ready to do the Spider-Man upside down kiss, and Kirsten Dunst just pulled out a giant Fudo wiener and just gooked it on his face right then and there. That would be a dark outcome. There'll be a dark outcome to that situation.
I mean, hey, I don't know. Maybe Peter Parker is a freak.
Maybe, I mean, as Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility.
With great food, comes great.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that responsibility may entail, getting your face nutted on. Like, we don't know.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. That's just spitting facts right there.
All right, I want to know if this is true. Old Snippers. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's not Old Snippers. I read the message above. Starkiller12 says he is there. There was a comic where he got with Aunt May. You told me there was a comic where Peter Parker got with Aunt May. 'Cause that would be pretty fucked up. Not gonna lie.
I like, Marvel Universe has a bunch of crazy bullshit in it. Like, was it like an alternate dimension thing, or was it just straight up like damn?
Dude, he's saying it happened.
I believe it, because Spider-Man comics get weird.
Comics in general just get weird. No, that's why I don't read them anymore.
Yeah, that sounds like a fanfic, I'm sure. Yeah, see, that's the thing. When you got like a property like Marvel that's been around for what, since the 30s or the 40s or whatever, it's like, I'm sure all the people working on it now were fans, and it's been that way for generations of writers. So like, fan fiction just means nothing. Like, they're just the fans who got hired. Like,
yeah, they are basically writing fan fiction for shit they read when they were kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
Yep. Hold on one second.
70 plus years. 50 years and 100 artists. And the atoms of the Spider-Man verse have been in every position. Everything is canon at this point in the expanded universe. Katsu, you actually read? You nerd. You just watch everything with full altered dub? What?
I used to read. I don't read anymore because I'm not gay.
Looking at pages is so gay.
Yep.
Yeah. See, I used to not read because I was dyslexic and I had terrible eyesight. And then I got LASIK, and now I'm just dyslexic. So like, I'm down to one excuse. Like,
dude, I'm so jealous of you. Like, I wish I had more of an excuse, but yeah, I have a lot of trouble reading in general.
Yeah. It's a pain. It's a pain to be like, this fucking somebody left a novel length comment and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna take like an hour to read. And then I just don't.
Yeah, no, my problem is when like I have lists of shit. Like if somebody types a paragraph, I can read that, no problem. But like when I'm looking through my computer, even when I'm just trying to start a stream and I'm trying to pull some shit up, and I have like list dyslexia. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, I mean, I get, yeah, I understand that as a affliction, but yeah, no, I'm like the opposite. Like I have to format all my scripts as lists of sentences to say.
Yeah, John Bayet says dislist. I can't even say Dyslistia. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. You know, if I make a thumbnail for a stream, let's use that as an example. If I make a thumbnail for a stream and it's in a folder full of 20 other thumbnails, and I go to upload it as the thumbnail for the stream, I can't find it. I can't find it. I look at those 20 things in the folder and like it's all a fucking blur to me, and I have to sit there and stare and concentrate really hard on seeing the individual names of the files. And then I can do it. Does this make any sense to anyone?
I understand what you're talking about. I don't suffer from it, but I understand it because that happens to me with other things.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I have some type of dyslexia. I don't know.
Tonkatsu Sinclair.
Dixlistia sounds like a wonky version of Princess Celestia.
Yeah, well, it's just a fucking wonky version of reality. It's just a fucked up version of reality, because, yeah, so it's a pain in the ass, especially with editing videos. Because when you're editing videos, you're constantly going through files and files and folders of shit that's just like, it's just a bunch of lists of files, and like I don't, they're all like fucking, they're all blurry to me. I don't know if that makes sense. They all merge together in like one thing, and I have to sit there and squint my eyes just to figure out what the fuck is the thing that I'm looking for.
Yeah, I like legit have the opposite of that. Like if things aren't formatted as like a list or a clump, like I have to format everything as a spreadsheet, like whatever I'm working on. Because like if it's not like that, it's like I'm looking at like, it's like when I look at a list, it's like this is information, and when I look at like paragraphs, it's like this is a fucking mess. Oh god, I'm Matrix.
Oh, no. Oh my god, you are. Yeah, let me see if I can fix that.
You're just like holding your hand up. You're like giving me your energy, like Goku on fucking the spirit bomb.
All right. There we go.
Oh, okay. I'm back. I'm kind of back.
Yeah.
All right. It's
yeah,
better
you're a
than
little bit blurry. There you are. You're resolving now.
Okay. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, I'm smooth again. Lobster confetti, biblically accurate, fat man, and turned into a Mike TV from Wonka.
But yeah, I'm the exact opposite of you, of what you were saying a minute ago. Because as soon as something is like arranged into a list, I can't see any of the individual items on the list. I don't know how to explain it. It just becomes really difficult for me to see like that's one thing, that's another, that's another. It all just blends together. And someone was saying, Katsu, maybe you just have shitty vision. But I would think that would explain it, except it doesn't, because if it's just a paragraph that I'm reading, if it's just like a regular sentence, I can read it just fine. I'm fine. Mm-hmm. But as soon as it's a list of things, it gets all scrambled up.
Yeah. I'm with you, but you know, the opposite.
Yeah. Well, at least you get it. I try to tell this to other people, and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. They don't know. They're jealous. for some reason. Yeah, you're okay with icons and stuff. Yeah, I'm much better with icons and stuff.
I have the same problem with icons as well. If I like change the folder on my computer, if I change it into like large icons or whatever, they all just mush together.
So is Katsu like a koala, in which if the leaves aren't on the branch, it won't recognize them as food?
Yeah, that is
so.
Yeah, that is a thing.
Koala these nuts in your mouth.
Beautiful. So very gorgeous. A lobster thermidor. I don't actually know. I haven't had a lobster thermidor either. I don't know if that's like a special preparation or recipe, or like if it's like a generic term for something. But I haven't tried it.
Shotgun Seraph says, "Good joke, Katsu. You're so funny." I feel like you're being a little sarcastic right now, Angel. I don't know, but
Katsu, are you not funny?
I mean, of course I am, but I'm just saying, I'm detecting a hint of malice from this message.
Ooh, cooked in wine sauce and put back in the shell? Yeah, I've never had that, but I mean, hey, I would try that. You know, I would try a wine sauced lobster. Yeah, that sounds good. A cheese crust on top. Okay, now you're getting into like interesting territory. not necessarily off-putting, but like, I guess, wine and cheese go together. Wine and lobster go together. I guess like in lobster ravioli, you got like lobster with cheese. Why wouldn't it work? Why wouldn't it work? Sounds good, actually. Okay, now you're making me hungry. I got a crock pot recently. My dad just like impulse bought it, and then we went to the store today and just like got a rack of ribs, and we're gonna cook ribs in the crock pot tomorrow.
What is a crock pot exactly?
It's a slow cooker. It's just a a pot that like temperature regulates itself so that you can cook something for like hours at a time without risk of like burning it.
All right, so it's different than one of those. What are they called? The fuck are those things called?
Ovens.
Yeah, no, it's definitely different than that.
Yeah, you always oven the hot food. And
where did that meme come from? By the way, I do not understand that meme.
Garfield. I think it was a real Garfield comic that just got like mistyped, or maybe whoever was in charge of the layout just had a stroke that day. or maybe he was trying to get fired. Like I've done Garfield enough. I need to just deliver some absolute nonsense to the editor, and they were like, "Fuck it, print it." And it turned out to be the most influential Garfield comic of all time. Besides maybe the pipe one.
I feel like everybody shits on Garfield unfairly. Like, that's how I feel. But at the same time, every single time I look at the paper, when that actually happens in my life, ever, which is just not... I mean, when was the last time y'all looked at a fucking newspaper? But on the rare occasion that I do, I see it and I'm like, no, it deserves this much hatred.
Have you seen Garfield was an amazing Spider-Man? Thank you for that. Have you seen the Super Eye Patch Wolf video about Garfield and the Garfield fandom?
I have not.
It's really incredible. it's like it's one of the fucking few video essays that I like have people who aren't into video essays sit down and watch because it's just that good. Super well put together. It's super interesting. It's like it's just an amazing breakdown of the Garfield fandom.
I didn't know there was a Garfield fandom.
What is this fucking video? It's pretty wild.
Please show me.
To give it a shot, given your love of video essays. Oh god, yeah. If you haven't seen the Super Eye Patch Wolf Garfield one, it's one of my favorites.
We should watch it. We should watch it live on stream.
Yeah. Yes. / I'm sorry, John. Yeah. We should watch it live on stream.
All right. I'm down.
Yeah. You mean like right now or like next time?
Yeah. Well, why not? Right now. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. Fuck it.
See if I can figure out how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll get you a link. Where's Discord? It's right there. There you go. It's in your mom gay.
All right.
Does anybody know? Like we say that like all the time, and I just wonder if people wonder like if people like understand like that we're talking about something. We say like, oh, it's in your mom gay.
Yeah, no, your mom gay is like the group chat that me, Fat Man, and Dashie have together.
Yeah. 2 hours and 18 minutes for the Folding Ideas NFT video. Yeah. Oh, wasn't the Folding Idea GameStop video like 3 hours and something? Like that was another one that's just really good, but I wouldn't necessarily sit somebody down to watch that the same way I would with this Garfield video. Yeah, Folding Ideas is really good. I watched his James Rolfe video, even though I don't really I've probably only ever seen one Angry Video Game Nerd video in my life, but I watched that Folding Ideas video and it was really good.
Oh, so you've only seen one of his videos? Because I thought I was the only one that
who's like
never really
seen
any of his shit, but at the same time like knew who he is just by default.
Yeah, because like so many people were inspired by him, and I feel like I've seen all of it's like a John Bonham from Led Zeppelin. It's like everybody's like, oh, he's the best drummer. It's like he's the OG, but like I think enough people have iterated on his style that like I've heard better.
Yep, no,
that's how I feel about AVGN. Oh, it was amazing. It'd be stressful to watch for a YouTuber, I think. Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can pull this up on stream.
All right.
I don't think the average person out there understands how fucking hard it is just to play a fucking video on OBS while you're live streaming.
And don't forget, you're like blitzed out of your fucking brain.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm so fucking high.
You've seen a lot of AVGN. Yeah, Channel Awesome did of the Nostalgia Critic Wall review. The comfortably Doug. Yeah. I love the way that Dan Olson can psychoanalyze people. I have definitely more experience with the Nostalgia Critic than I do with AVGN. Hold on. There's no punctuation. 10 million views on this video. Earned. Absolutely earned. Doug was on Smiling Friends? Like the actual Doug Walker. That's neat. So was Mike Sokasa. He was in Smiling Friends, and that was great. I love how many like YouTube cameos were in that.
All right. Thank God, I actually got it.
You're a goddess and a great fool.
I got it to work.
You're the best. Yeah, Dashie's back. Either that or somebody like broke in and is stealing her fleet motion.
Somebody is reanimating Dashie's body as we speak.
Yes. All of these no punctuation, no spaces, do their ban. What the hell is going on here? We're gonna watch a Super Eye Patch Wolf video on stream, and we're gonna enjoy it because it's an educational piece.
Yeah,
we're gonna get educated.
If
and
you don't
so
enjoy it, you're gay.
So are you, yeah. And go, like you guys like watch it too. Like go and or just take this video as an example of how good Super Eye Patch Wolf is, and go subscribe to him, and go watch some other of his content.
All right, here we go. I want to play it. Let's see what happens.
Fuck yeah.
Is a daily newspaper comic strip starring the iconic orange cat of the same name, as well as his owner, John Arbuckle.
Well, I don't.
Relatable, surly, and adorable, Garfield was based off the childhood memories of his creator, Jim Davis.
Simpin.
And in the 40 years since we first met this lasagna-loving rascal, Garfield has become a global phenomenon, with yearly merchandising
so it's coming through.
Estimated...
It's coming through the stream.
The world is going to
I've been covering fandoms for a little while
I
now,
can't
and what I enjoy
hear it
about
through
doing this
Discord,
is how when you
but
stare
that's
at a
fine
fandom
because I
long
can hear it
enough,
through.
you begin to get this very
stream.
distorted yet very
Okay,
honest
no, you won't be able to hear it through
source
Discord.
material, the heart of the Simpsons, the descent of Sonic, the magnitude of Undertale. But then there's Garfield. Believe me when I say what Garfield has become on the internet is the most bizarre.
Right, okay, I'm glad people in the audience can hear it.
And I'm not even talking about Garfield porn here, although yes, there is totally that as well. And yes, I did have to fuck up my Google Analytics to find these. No, I'm talking about things far more bizarre, which if you are not aware of, allow me to give you a little preview. r/Alzheimer's Group is a subreddit of 50,000 people reposting the same Garfield comic over and over and over each member role-playing like this is the first time they've seen it. Relax John is an 8-part animated series in which a morbidly depressed John Arbuckle is dragged into a frightening alternate reality as he is subsumed by a demonic Garfield. I'm sorry, John. Actually, Jesus, no, we're not ready for I'm sorry, John. But maybe in like an hour. And maybe you've noticed the runtime for this video and are asking, how could I possibly spend this much time on an idea that the subtle lowering of my father's eyebrows as I explained it to him communicated to me was something he considered a
what's the timestamp on the video?
Of time. Oh god, I was meant to make a video about Berserk this year. But I got lost. Lost in Garfield. God, I hope it's worth it. But the answer is I have looked deep into Garfield and I have seen things horrible, frightening, and beautiful, including what is to me, and I'm serious here, the greatest piece of fan art ever created. And I would like to show it all to you. So join me on this long and strange journey as we take our first step and ask a question. How the fuck did we get here from a cartoon cat who likes lasagna? Or, to put it another way,
what is this guy's accent?
What is Garfield?
Where's he from?
So, I want to be honest here, in that unlike the other fandoms I've covered for this channel, I've never really been that into Garfield. That's not to say I dislike Garfield, it's just, no, I'm not doing this.
film.
I do not need to humiliate myself for your amusement. That's not to say I dislike Garfield, just that I was never really into him as a kid, and that hadn't changed.
Sunday Woodward says I'm too high for
so
this.
my first
Yeah,
call
me
was to
too.
go looking for articles on
We're
the
doing it
appeal
anyway.
of Garfield. But what I found was kind of the opposite. Multiple headlines and videos about how Garfield is not funny and even was never meant to be. How Jim Davis is a marketing man first and the comic was just intended as a vessel to sell merchandise. And after reading a lot of Garfield, and trust me,
the answer is always people.
I read a lot of Garfield. I actually disagree.
Right, so this
I think this
is
is
like
a
a Garfield
fairly cynical
conspiracy
mischaracterization
theory.
of Jim Davis and can be traced back to a single quote
yeah,
he gave 40 years ago and is not really reflective of the dude of whom I have watched and read many, many interviews, who is the kind of person who still talks about wanting to make the whole world laugh with a single joke. But if I'm right about this, then why do so many people find Garfield unfunny? And that being the case, how has it survived for 40 years?
I'm about to be very generous with my interpretation of Garfield, but I think it's important to do that because we need to understand the appeal here. And while I am not going to defend the comedy in Garfield, as we shall see later, I find 0.104% of Garfield comics funny. I do think, however, it's worth looking at the reasons why Garfield's humor gets such a polarizing reaction.
Spreadsheet.
Jim Davis's previous comic before Garfield was Norm the Gnat, which ended in 1975. He then spent 3 years doing, well, nothing before beginning Garfield in 1978. And to give that date a little context, that is not this decade, or the one before that, 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 but the one before that. Barring the old gods of media like Mickey Mouse and Peanuts, Garfield has been around longer than practically any relevant character in pop culture today. And you can imagine this lazy, rude, anti-authority cat being a little more outrageous in the late 70s than he is today. In the same way The Simpsons and Sonic the Hedgehog would have seemed wild and countercultural in their day before slowly becoming mainstream, that's exactly what happened to Garfield. We are just not old enough to remember it. And Jim Davis has even talked about this in interviews. That said, I don't think the appeal of Garfield is its humor. I think it's Garfield. And what I mean by this is that we all want to be Garfield. Please don't click off the video, I promise I have a point to make here. Think of everything you consider imperfect about yourself. Physical, mental, emotional, whatever. Any perceived flaw that makes you feel shame. Now, imagine an alternate version of yourself where those flaws still existed, but you just accepted them. You are in perfect harmony with who and what you are, and that's it. And well, that's Garfield. Garfield is lazy, he's gluttonous, he's selfish, and people constantly make fun of him for being fat. But he doesn't give a shit. He is perfectly content in who and what he is, and any of his perceived flaws are other people's problems, not his. And that is some seriously
psychoanalyzed through a Garfield video.
Confidence. But the real genius of the character is he also has all these little traits that allow us to see ourselves in him. Garfield hates Mondays. He likes coffee. He loves lasagna. He dislikes spiders, loves to sleep, and resents authority. These are all very general, but what that means is that no matter who you are, there's probably something in Garfield you're going to be able to relate to. And that relatability, combined with his more aspirational quality, creates this simple but massively appealing cocktail of a character. And I think it's the strength of that appeal that's let Garfield survive for 40 years. And I just want to note here that for as messed up as things are going to get this video, there is a lot of really cool and wholesome Garfield fan art from people who just earnestly enjoy Garfield's comic and his world. One standout being the fan comic John, which tells the story of an older John Arbuckle rediscovering his love of art and cartooning, and it's just this super cute and endearing take on these characters. Now, granted, you don't have to spend that long looking for Garfield fan art on the internet before things start to get strange, like Garfamon, a blog in which one intrepid Garfield artist has been redrawing the entirety of Pokemon as Garfield, and I don't know how many there are because my browser crashes before I hit Gen 1. But what I think's really interesting about Garfamon is it shows how iconic and malleable Garfield's visual design is. Meaning Garfield's visual design is recognizable enough to be twisted into basically anything and still read as Garfield. This will become horrifyingly relevant later. But it's not just Garfield's character design that applies to, but also the comic itself. Garfield's comic was a big part of his spread. Designed to be as simple, timeless, and consumable as possible, each one is entirely self-contained and rarely, if ever, touches off current events. And since even the early days of the internet and social media, people have been taking these comics and changing them. Something that's possible because of how simple a formula they work off, with each comic following...
Dashie, are you back?
Yeah. What's happening?
We're watching a video.
We're watching a deep dive into why Garfield is such a shit comic.
The Super Eye Patch Wolf.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yeah, no, I've seen it. Yeah, isn't this like an hour and isn't it like 2 hours long or something?
No, it's an hour and 20.
I feel like I'm the only person who hasn't seen this.
Oh. Okay, that's weird. That I saw it, and
it's got 10 million. It's got 10 million views. So you're. I mean, there are 8 billion people, so obviously you're not alone. But it's just kind of weird.
That's what we're doing. Sure.
Yeah.
I like the concept that Garfield appeals to everybody, just because he's a lazy shithead who doesn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Relatable.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So.
I dropped the link
in. I won't be able to hear it.
Yeah, I dropped. What's the timestamp that you're at right now? We'll just sync it up.
I'll just watch it in the stream. I'll just be lagged.
Oh yeah.
That's what we're doing then. We're just chilling then. Cool. All right.
Yeah. We're basically
it's
what's the 10:09? Is that what that says?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
following the same 3-panel structure. The first panel establishes the scenario. It is the morning and John and Garfield have just woken up. The second panel is the setup. Garfield is in an unusually good mood. And the third panel, the punchline. Garfield is in a good mood because he drinks too much coffee. With the exception of the longer Sunday comics, this is how Garfield works. And just like the character himself, that simplicity was critical in letting as wide an audience as possible understand and enjoy Garfield. But it's also that simplicity that made the comic so infinitely memeable. It is shockingly easy to make your own Garfield comic from splicing together different establishment, setup, and punchline panels. And you can even try this yourself with the random Garfield comic generators. And it's that malleability that's led to scores of popular online trends, such as replacing the last panel of a Garfield comic with an image of Garfield smoking a pipe, and an unusual amount of these still work. But my personal favorite is the same, except the final panel now being Garfield being flung from a window. However, in time, people also got much weirder than that. For example, silent movie Garfield, Garfield with one extra beat panel, Garfish, Garfield with pixel art from that one really bad Garfield game that never released outside Japan, Garfield, but the drawing keeps getting lazier, multiple choice Garfield, Garfield, except all the comics from 1978 are color averaged together. Real life Garfield. Uncomfortably close Garfield. Garfield evolves into noise. 2 Garfields. Polarized Garfields, you get the idea. So Garfield is this iconic, appealing character communicated through this simple but infinitely
let me pause it for a second. Haven't I said this before? Oh, look, my arm's going through my titties. Look at that.
No.
What?
Ouch.
Titty hands.
No, but haven't I said this before on fucking stream? Where, like, I read the Sunday paper comics and I can't possibly comprehend why anybody would find that shit funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then here comes along this guy who's, like, giving me an explanation for it. And now I'm thinking of, like, Alex Jones conspiracy theories in my head. Because I'm like, yeah, finally someone is seeing what I'm seeing. So I'm thinking all this nutcase bullshit inside of my head. Cause it makes sense. It makes sense. Who would possibly... Do you guys get what I'm saying? Who would possibly find Garfield comic strips funny?
I haven't like read them religiously, but like every one I've seen, it's only been funny because of the context it was presented in.
See,
it's like, oh, it's funny that someone used Garfield to make this as like an example of X, Y, or Z.
So it's like it's funny in like a metatextual sense.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying. Okay, yeah, no, I get that. But I don't think the majority of people who are seeing this shit are thinking about it on that level. I think they're just like, oh, the cat likes lasagna. Haha.
Okay.
I've talked about this on stream before. It drives me insane. Look, because like at least once a month, I'm insane enough. I'm fucking crazy enough that I still get like newspapers delivered to me.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
At like my fucking door, and every once a month or so, I actually look at one of them, and invariably I go to the comic strips. You know, like
as you do.
Yeah, as you do, and I look at Garfield. The only one that's still funny is like Bizarro.
Okay.
Bizarro is funny every once in a while, but I look at shit like Garfield and I'm like, how is it possible that anyone is enjoying this unironically? And
yeah, no, I agree. Like I don't know what the average person I don't know why the average person would look at a Garfield and be like, this.
Yeah, no, it feels like I'm being gaslit just by the entire world. I'm being gaslit by the entire world. They're like, yeah, no, Garfield was fucking hilarious, and I'm sitting there going, why? Anyway,
yeah,
back to the video.
Consumable and recreatable medium, and I think this does go away in helping us understand the existence of something like r/Alzheimer's group. While there is something undeniably cruel about this subreddit, I'd be lying if I said I didn't think there wasn't something interesting and even a little poetic here. The idea that someone's final tether to their own reality is something as simple but recognizable as a Garfield comic strip, and the tragedy of when even that too starts to fade. However, this still doesn't take us any closer to understanding why Garfield on the internet is so... you know. And I think a real easy answer here is it's just the absurdity of making such depraved art out of something so simple and everyday. But as you may be able to tell from the remaining runtime on this video, I disagree. I think there's genuinely something darker and stranger at play here, and I'm not even talking about the official Garfield's very occasional descent into something weirder. I'm talking about a darkness that lies at the heart of every Garfield comic strip. And to start to unravel what that is, I want to talk about the 28th of January 2008, when 27 very strange Garfield-themed videos all simultaneously appeared on a previously unknown YouTube channel. The kind of incredible thing about Lasagna Cat now is how weirdly ahead of its time it was. This was 2008 and the term meme was still years away from becoming something people actually said. And yet, Lasagna Cat made memes of Garfield comics, but then became memes of themselves before you had even finished watching the video. And what I mean by this is that each video of Lasagna Cat is broken into 3 sections. The first is a live-action recreation of a Garfield comic. The second, the actual comic on which the first section was based. And the third, and by far strangest section, would take the footage of section 1 and change it. So this Yeehaw! Would become this. Yeehaw! Music video parodies, video game references, 2008 internet humor. Lasagna Cat was taking Garfield comics and contorting them into all kinds of strange things, but tantalizingly, underneath the sheer wackiness of it all, there was what felt like a very subtle disdain towards Garfield. There was something a little grotesque and uncanny about these shrunken actors with their sagging costumes and human hands, each skit ending with the same canned droning laughter that nearly highlighted the mundanity of these jokes.
Garfield, this is a diagram of the food chain. You're here, and that's a mouse down there. Any questions?
Where's pizza?
But the strangest part was how each video ended on a bizarre tribute to Jim Davis. This is one of the first really unusual things I noticed about the Garfield fandom. It has this kind of feverish obsession with Garfield's creator, Jim Davis. And I say unusual because in every other fandom I've covered, I don't know if I remember a single instance of the creator of those properties ever appearing in fan works, but Garfield is different. Over and over, Davis kept materializing in fan works, often in very strange ways, and to the best of my knowledge, Lasagna Cat was the first instance of this happening. So, why? Well, if that was a question you asked in 2008, you'd be waiting a long time for an answer. After the initial upload day of Lasagna Cat, the channel would go silent. Days would become weeks, weeks would become months, and months would become years. And without a single update, Lasagna Cat began to fade into internet obscurity. Which is why it was such a shock when a full 9 years later, a new video appeared on the Lasagna Cat channel, ending with the text, Telephone Sex Survey, February 9th, 2017. This was the beginning of a strange rabbit hole of videos that led 2 weeks later to a bizarrely high production trailer that claimed if you called a toll-free number and left your name and the number of sexual partners you'd had, a Garfield web series would return. 2 weeks later, and boom. Just like they had 9 years ago, 11 new videos were simultaneously uploaded to Lasagna Cat. And while they were similar in format to the old videos, they were also so different. The first of the new videos begins as any typical Lasagna Cat would, parodying an old comic where Garfield steals John's pipe. But what's waiting for us at the end of the video isn't a re-splicing of the footage from section 1 that we're used to, but a man claiming that this simple Garfield comic transformed his entire existence as he obsessively analyzes every tiny part of the comic in excruciating detail, his examination gradually expanding outward to the immortal nature of art and mimetic culture and its ability to transcend humanity and even the laws of space and time, and this goes on for an entire hour, and it might just be the best video on the internet. And somehow, this was just the beginning. Whereas the original end of video skits had that charming amateur with a green screen feel, what waited for us in the third act of these videos now were shockingly high production short films that transformed simple Garfield comics into these elaborate, surreal stories.
Based on my own experience,
Jokes about Odie getting a bag stuck on his head morphed into these strange tales of the bag-headed Odie becoming a fashion icon before taking his own life and being condemned by Garfield to a hell filled with demonic John Arbuckle chimeras. Gags where John uses the wrong shampoo would now be mutated into, well, this is what they would turn into, and I don't want to describe this. Those simple Garfield jokes were now being contorted to the bizarrest of
Japanese
extremes,
clothes, okay.
contrasting the arguable mundanity of the original with this just wild insanity. And even more pronounced this time was that subtle malice towards Garfield. Each video still ending on those bizarre tributes to Jim Davis. But it's only in the final video ever uploaded to the channel that Lasagna Cat would reveal what it truly was. And that video was called Sex Survey Results. Sex Survey Results begins with John
Does he have to
Arbuckle
talk like
his
this
living
too? Like,
room and sitting
he
down
drags
to
shit
pen and
out.
paper. But
it's called showmanship.
Yeah.
Who's there? To which he answers, revealing a strange white mannequin. The mannequin giving its name and number of sexual partners.
Hey, my name's Garrett Smith, and I have had exactly 0 sex partners.
Before the scene freeze frames and pulls out to reveal a near identical scene, and we begin again, but now with Garfield instead of John. The same events play out, only with a new piece of audio detailing someone else's name and number of sexual partners, and we cycle again, but now with Odie. And then again, back to John, and then again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and this continues for nearly 5 hours, all of which I have watched, most of which I did live on stream. Watching Sex Survey Results in its entirety is exhausting, an exercise in mind-numbing repetition. but I think there's something kind of important in that experience. You're listening to all these different recordings of people communicating what is, to many, a pretty sensitive piece of information, and it's weird and even a little uncomfortable. But soon, you just go numb to it. After an hour, it stops feeling weird, and after hours, it stops feeling like anything, because anything repeated enough times loses all meaning. Not unlike a comic strip running day after day after day after day after day for 40 years. And it's at that point, when that feeling is at its strongest and you are completely numb to whatever is happening, that Lasagna Cat hits you with what has to be one of the most infamous and shocking pieces of footage that is allowed to exist on YouTube. At this point, the scene has descended into night. The mannequins have begun to take strange and grotesque shapes, and John answers the door one final time, only to be faced with
John Arbuckle 2. John Arbuckle 0.
And immediately, this second John ages about 30 years. This new, older John Arbuckle now wandering the streets alone, frightened and confused. He finds a dried out husk of a cat, which teleports him to a massive ravine, where he encounters a strange naked shaman who attacks him before teleporting behind him and whispering silent words in his ear, before John collapses into a pile of worms and dirt. The shaman roars, and we hard cut to a young girl screaming in the bathroom of a public school. We're given extreme close-ups of her birthing a stillborn child, and she steps back and stares down in horror.
Yeah, man.
Before saying something in Polish.
To dziecko nie jest moje. To dziecko jest coś z ciemności. Ja porodziłam ludzkie przekleństwo.
She leaves, and we get one final shot of the child, but now a ginger cat is perched beside it. We cut, the cat is now gone, and the baby opens its eyes before the screen is filled with a block of bright orange.
Well, that was a nightmare. But I actually think that Lasagna Cat has something really interesting to say. But to get there, we're gonna have to do a little legwork. Earlier in this video, we asked, what is Garfield? But now, I would like to ask, what is Garfield?
Considering I'd had little history with Garfield, I knew to answer this, I would need to immerse myself in him, to understand the comic on an intimate level. And so,
you okay,
I committed to reading 400 Garfield books. But not just that, I wish to study them.
You know, whenever I get surprised by something, my head tilts back, and I'm so
I collected
surprised
data on Garfield.
Ow.
I noted every
Ow,
observation I had in a large Google spreadsheet. And through this, I established that Garfield was made up of roughly 11 different kinds of jokes, such as humor derived from the fact that Garfield is lazy/gluttonous, absurdist humor, relatable humor, other humor, which were either recurring jokes too sporadic for their own category, but mainly jokes about Garfield doing things a cat would do, the joke being that he's a cat, or jokes about Garfield doing things a cat would not do, the joke being he's a cat. These are my least favorite kind of Garfield joke. I measured for a variety of other variables, such as the amount of fourth wall breaks, which was 4, or instances of Garfield becoming suicidal, which was 2, or how many times the comic made me laugh, which was precisely once, and it was this one. After many, many hours of collecting Garfield data, I sought to answer a single question that would surely help me understand Garfield, and by extension, Lasagna Cat. What was the most common type of joke in Garfield? And when I tabulated the results, what I saw shook me. What was I looking at? This couldn't be possible. And I grew concerned. The 400 comics I had pulled from were a combination of every comic on the Twitter account Random Garfield, which algorithmically pulls 3 random Garfield comics every day, as well as this YouTube video ranking the top 100 Garfield comics. Perhaps this video was a mistake, its author's biases tainting my study, so I proceeded to read 200 more Garfield comics, chosen completely at random from Garfield's web archive. I tallied the numbers again and no, impossible. This time the results were even more pronounced. Was I subconsciously selecting Garfield comics to affirm my own biases? I couldn't allow this. And so I committed to reading an entire year of Garfield, each month being selected from 3 and 4 year intervals across Garfield's 4 decades, bringing my total number of read Garfield comics to 956. But then I was struck with an idea. What if I committed to reading every Garfield comic in existence? Then my data would be pure, complete, and indisputable. This is when I encountered a problem. When I sought out the estimated total number of Garfield comics in existence, that number was 14,000! But how was there that many? This video was already taking far too long, and at this point, I'd already spent several days reading Garfield comics, and yet somehow I had only consumed 6.83% of all Garfields. For not the last time this video, the very concept of Garfield began to feel gargantuan and impossible, entirely beyond the grasp of my feeble mortal consciousness. I decided that reading 14,000 Garfield comics was not a realistic goal. I know some of you will consider this a failure. I am sorry. I read up on sample sizes and learned that my current yield of Garfield comics will leave me with a margin of error of about 1.5%, and this is widely considered acceptable. I sigh and proceed forward. I tally the final numbers and rank each strain of Garfield joke from 11 to 1. The results frighten me. I am now going to share this specific breakdown with you because I need you to see what I see. Before we begin, I want you to ask yourself a question. What do you think is the most common type of joke in Garfield? And I want you to hold on to that guess as we proceed down the list. At number 11, we have jokes centered around Irma, the local cafe owner, and how she's bad at running her business. These jokes make up just 0.42% of Garfield. Just above that, at number 10, with 0.5%, were jokes based around Garfield's girlfriend Arlene. At number 9, with 1%, was humour derived from how much Garfield hates Nermal. At number 8, with 2.3%, is comedy conveying Garfield's hatred of spiders. At number 7, with 4.5%, was relatable humour. This was the first major surprise to me. I had assumed that a cat whose entire branding was built on one simple, relatable quote would have more relatable humour in its comic. I was wrong, and it wouldn't be the last time. At number 6, at 4.7%, was whimsy derived from Garfield's abuse of Odie. At number 5, with 13.7%, was mildly surreal and absurdist humour. At number 4, with 16.8%, are jokes based on Garfield being lazy or gluttonous, and again, for obvious reasons, I was shocked not to see this further up the list. At number 3, with 17.4%, is other. These are the kinds of jokes I do not like. And at number 2, with 18.8%, is a mystery category that I will reveal much later in the video for dramatic effect. Now, before I unveil number 1, I want to stop and ask you again, What do you think is the most common type of joke in Garfield? At number 1, and by far the biggest shock on the list, was a category I never even would have guessed existed. And it's called John is Pathetic. John Arbuckle is 30 years old. He lives alone, has no real friends outside his dog and cat, and is constantly lonely. And these are all things that the Garfield comic takes joy in ridiculing. A typical John is Pathetic gag works like this. John says he's not going to call women for dates anymore, that he's going to wait for them to approach him. We see him waiting, and then we see him waiting what appears to be several months later. Jokes like this are very common, not just in how women find John actively repulsive, but in how he is pathetic and should be ridiculed. And you can see this in how the comic portrays his intelligence, his hobbies, his fashion sense, to even his physical strength and inadequacy in anything that could be considered remotely masculine. Across nearly 1,000 comics, I measured 0 cases of John showing any admirable qualities. Meaning, whereas Garfield is something to be aspired to, John is something to be laughed at. Even when John did find a girlfriend in Liz 28 years into Garfield's run, and only after fans begged Jim Davis to end John's loneliness, he's still treated as this pathetic character. And I think there's something kind of sad about that. A person whose only purpose is to be ridiculed and to be trapped in that existence for 40 years. And where this gets even sadder is when you start to consider the comic from John's perspective. Across that same range of comics, I measured 156 instances of John displaying some kind of negative emotion or mental anguish, anger, depression, lethargy. But if you're a casual reader of the comics, it might never feel like that, as whenever John does begin to sink into despair, Garfield is there to deliver a witty punchline and diffuse the tension. But here is where we start to get into the very strange nature of reality and Garfield. See, as the audience, as the readers of this comic, we can experience Garfield's thoughts through the visual device of thought bubbles. But critically, this is not the case for John. Across every Garfield comic I read, I didn't record a single instance of John ever directly reacting to Garfield's thoughts in a way that couldn't be explained by him intuiting Garfield's body language and expression. And that information is critical because it means the reality we are experiencing and the one John is experiencing are entirely different. And this brings us to a question. What is it really like being John Arbuckle? On the 13th of February 2008, a Garfield fan comic was uploaded to Tumblr, and it looked just like a regular Garfield comic, but with one critical difference. The first panel depicted John sitting alone with the dialogue, "I've done things in my life that I regret." The second panel shows nothing, just John, his remorseful silence unbroken. The final panel of the comic punctuated by nothing, just a slight shift in John's expression, like his regrets are washing over him. What this was just a regular Garfield strip with one key difference. Garfield had been removed. And because of the very specific way John and Garfield communicate, the comic still works. But whereas before Garfield's punchlines could distract us from John's misery, that's no longer the case. And this was the beginning of the bizarre and morbid webcomic Garfield minus Garfield, which lets us experience the true crushing reality of John. And some of these comics are really haunting. There's one in particular that is either very hopeful or very devastating, depending on your perspective, where John says, "We can't do anything about the past, but we can do something about the future," before he just disappears. Garfield minus Garfield was not the first instance of people removing Garfield from the comic to produce this effect, but it was what popularized the idea online that there may be something very wrong with John Arbuckle. And over time, other fan works began to explore this in similar ways. Realistic Garfield, for example, conveyed similar themes by just replacing Garfield with a realistic cat who could not talk, as did fan comics like Arbuckle, while animations like Meat Canyon's Lasagna brought the idea of John's fractured reality even further, depicting John as a frightening, delusional lunatic who holds his terrified victims captive and forces them to play the part of Garfield and Odie, as he warps back and forth between the John Arbuckle we know from the comics and something much, much darker.
So basically they're saying that John is like a schizophrenic.
Is that they show not only that there is something
Odie and
kind of
Garfield,
wrong
they're just
with
like
John
characters
Arbuckle,
that he's imagined
but also
in his head.
that is something that even in the early days of Garfield's online fandom, people picked up on. But where things get even stranger is when we look at this through the lens of what John Arbuckle was originally meant to be. Remember earlier when I said that Norm Nat ended in 1975, Jim Davis then spent 3 years doing nothing, and Garfield started in 1978? Well, that was a lie. But I framed it this way because for decades, that's what people thought was the truth. Listen to any interview in which Jim Davis speaks about the origins of Garfield, and he'll wheel out the same anecdote about the failure of Norm Nat because insects are not appealing characters, and how that realization led to him looking at dog-centric comics like Peanuts and Marmaduke and saying to himself, what if I can create a similar character but for people who like cats? And thus, Garfield was born. Except this version of events also ignores the existence of Heathcliff, another surly, round, orange cat who predates Garfield by about 5 years, and this isn't relevant at all, but I just think it's funny. However, this telling is a lie, or at least not the full truth. Because you see, in the period between 1975 and 1978, there was a third comic. One that was only discovered in 2019 by intrepid Garfield historian Quentin Reviews, and this comic was simply titled John. There are two very strange things about John. The first being how closely it resembles Garfield. Everything from jokes to entire layouts are repeated across the two series, the only difference being that the main character here is John. Davis has spoken a lot about how John Arbuckle is an analog for him. Both grew up on a farm, both live in Muncie, Indiana, and both are cartoonists. In fact, Davis originally wanted to use the character of John as a way to voice his frustration with the comic strip industry, which, if you look at where Davis was in his life when he first started writing this character, that tracks. John started just 2 weeks after the failure of Norm Nat, and you can feel that frustration in these early comics. In one instance, John even turning to the camera and saying how he thinks the content of this comic will land him in trouble with parents groups. And while Garfield still featured heavily, there were strips where he just didn't appear at all, with scenarios more focused on observational humor derived from the perspective of a single man. But it wasn't long into the run when that started to change, with jokes more and more centering around Garfield and not John. The final strip of John being published on August 8th, 1977, the strip returning a week later, but now named Garfield. And within a year, Garfield would be syndicated on a national level, becoming the newer version of the comic we are all now familiar with. The second thing I find so strange about John is that while Jim Davis is often happy to laugh about the failure of Norm Nat, he barely ever speaks about John, and when he does, he only talks about it in the vaguest of terms, as if it was an idea in his sketchbook as opposed to an actual published comic. And I can't help but wonder if there's something to that. If the idea of a comic that was meant to be his own perspective, his own outlet on life, was a failure, overtaken by a fictional character he created. Even stranger, as Garfield went on, the similarities between Jim Davis and John Arbuckle began to disappear. John's job as a cartoonist practically vanishing as he devolves into the pathetic shell of a man we now know. And I'm not saying here that I think Jim Davis has some deep-rooted trauma that is manifesting in his daily newspaper comic. I genuinely do not think that. But I do think that this perspective adds a lot to this strange meta-narrative of a man overtaken by his own creation, abandoning the character he once embodied, and that character now being trapped in a life of existential suffering. And here's the thing. If I was the only person who saw this, then there wouldn't be a story here. But I'm not. Let's go back to those last 5 minutes of Lasagna Cat. Lasagna Cat ended 2 years before the discovery of John, but even then, what John adds to Lasagna Cat is kind of chilling. Like in that final scene, when that second John ages, he begins to bear a striking resemblance to Jim Davis, the person we now know John was originally meant to be. This new strange combination of Jim Davis and John Arbuckle, lost and clinging to the husk of a cat he should have let go of a long time ago, before he comes face to face with a version of Garfield that's become independent from him and is now strange and frightening, before Davis crumbles to earth, outlived by the very thing he created, which is immediately followed by the bathroom scene. And what's interesting here is that if we translate the girl's monologue from Polish, it reads, "This child isn't mine. This child is from the darkness. I've given birth to humanity's curse. My soul will be swallowed and vomited and swallowed again, forever." Sick joke, but no one is laughing. My blood will remain. Death isn't the end. I am in hell. This is hell. And while I can't show it on screen, in that final shot, the baby is shown wearing a blue shirt identical to John Arbuckle's. For pieces of art like this, I think there is a lot of different interpretations that you can make. But for me personally, when Lasagna Cat is taken in totality, it becomes this bizarre statement on what happens when the things you create become more powerful than you. How Garfield has become this semi-immortal entity, evolving past both John Arbuckle and Jim Davis. And I mean this literally. Garfield is no longer even created by just Jim Davis. He has an entire team of people working under him who have become so adept at creating Garfield, their work is now indistinguishable from his. And Davis has even spoken about selecting a replacement so that Garfield can continue long after he's gone. But here's the thing. It's not just Jim Davis's reality that Garfield has had this strange effect on. It's also ours. That might sound weird. I mean, how relevant could Garfield actually be in the modern era? Well, if I was to ask you which character out of Superman, Goku, and Garfield was the most syndicated, which would you pick? And if you picked any answer other than Garfield, well, that was a strange choice given the subject of this video, but yeah, it is Garfield. After multiple decades in thousands of worldwide newspapers, Garfield has an estimated audience in the hundreds of millions. The New York Times had to change how its trade bestseller list was categorized after 7 of its 10 slots were occupied by Garfield. And today, his merchandising sales are at an estimated $800 million to $1 billion, and that is a lot to sell in 40 years. Oh, wait, that's every year? That's every fucking year! In products that twist Garfield into every conceivable form you can imagine. For example, Garfield soap, Garfield air fresheners, Garfield cushions, Garfield teapots, a poster with Garfield as a ninja, Garfield headphone
Garfield the
holders,
flamethrower.
Garfield thermostat, Garfield commemorative
Garfield
coin,
the
Garfield
sequel,
digital alarm
the quest
clock,
for more
Garfield
money.
key hanger, Garfield piggy bank, Garfield Walkman, Garfield globe, Garfield ice skates, Garfield boxing gloves, How to Insult Your Friends, Garfield book, Garfield web browser, Garfield amusement park ride, Garfield personal massager, a Garfield mug, another Garfield mug, a much dumber Garfield mug, a Garfield mug that is even dumber than the first dumb Garfield mug, existential Garfield, another existential Garfield, slightly too many Irish stereotype Garfield, Garfield waistcoat, unwell Garfield, Garfield gun, Satan Garfield, slime Garfield, child Garfield, illegal Garfield, another fucking Garfield mug, I don't know what this is, table Garfield, yet another table Garfield, Garfield prison tray, sex Garfield, far too large Garfield, nightmare Garfield, this horrifying bedsheet, the deeply cursed Garfield eats, What is this? Why? This Garfield jigsaw, which for some reason I can't quite pin down, puts the fear of God in me. In the mid-80s, a small coastal French village began to suffer an unusual phenomenon when plastic Garfield phones began washing up on shore. No one knew where they came from or why this was happening, but it continued for 3 decades, a mystery that was only solved in 2019 when the mysterious phones were traced back to a lost shipping container. We have so saturated this planet with Garfield merchandise that even the Earth herself has begun to reject it. But if that's the case, why don't we notice Garfield more? Why don't we see him everywhere in every day? And the answer is because they don't want us to. In the early 1980s, a production accident led to a Garfield plush with suction cups attached to its hands and feet. Paws Inc., the holding company for Garfield, didn't expect what was a botched product to sell well, which is why it was such a shock when the toy was so popular, it led to a wave of car break-ins where radios and purses were left behind and only the plush was stolen, sales climbing to a staggering $50 million. And what did Jim Davis and Paws Inc. do? We pulled all plush dolls off the shelves for 5 years. They didn't want Garfield to be a fad. They wanted to silently inject him into every part of our daily lives, where he could hide in plain sight, silently growing into one of the most dominant fictional characters on the planet. And here's the thing, they succeeded. What I'm about to tell you is...
All right. This is fucking insane. But I can't finish watching this tonight. I didn't realize this video was like an hour and a half long.
For Tonkatsu Sinclair.
I said it to you before you played.
So, TLDR, Garfield has become a fifth-dimensional entity infesting our reality like a great old one from the tortured bowels of Lovecraft's imagination. We are doomed.
Yeah, no, legitimately, like some of the shit I'm hearing in this video is oh, look at that. My arm just went through my entire chest. That looks fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but some of the shit I'm hearing in this video is like blowing my mind. But I need to go to sleep.
Yeah.
It's fair.
So we will continue this next week, or whenever, at some point. But yeah, I need to fucking knock out right now.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
The time code is like 49 minutes. So yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, no, chat won't let us forget it. They'll be like, you bitched out 49 minutes into the video. Yeah, I know I did. I'm sleepy. I'm tired.
Listen for Tonkatsu Sinclair.
But this Garfield fuck, of course he fucks. He's got normal, right? he loves to disrespect that bitch. Anyway, but right. yeah, guys, we gotta go to sleep. It's sleepy time for Tonkatsu and for all of you. All right.
Hey chat, if you want merch like the mugs in the background or with their mugs on them as well as shirts, sweaters and tank tops, look in the description below.
Yes, as Nacho said, if you want to get a mug or a shirt with our faces on it, go to the link in the what's it called? The description. Yeah.
Yeah, she's sleepy.
That thing.
All right, you guys.
The word that I was trying to say.
And while you're in the description, subscribe to my channel because I'm gonna stream every day probably this month.
Yeah, well, while you're down there, go subscribe to Fat Man's channel. Oh.
Mwah.
All right.
Love you. See you next week.
Good night,
Bye.
motherfuckers.
Love you, chat.
Bye.
Bye.